stupid.
I'm a Saints fan.
You're a Saints fan?
I'm a Saints fan like Mookie.
Fan the rain.
Bro, the messed up part is he literally, because I added Dub as soon as he said it's like an hour 30 before. He literally said, y'all have fun. He's not pulling up.
Fun. He was not ready for the Justin Rivers smoke.
No. Let's get into it. Let's really get into
Mookie getting me mad right now.
Mookie, I got it. Yo, real quick. Remember how Trace was like, yo, I don't engage in none of this. Look how he acting right now. He's one of us now. He's one of us.
No,
Trace is one of us. Trace is one of us.
What up? See, this is what happens. Y'all called me the old head, and the reality is, I was just as petty, if not worse than you when I was younger. But I grew out of it. But what I don't like is when you set rules and expectations for certain folks, but then you don't want to follow your own rules.
Yeah, you can't talk crazy and don't show up.
You're standing on minutes.
Yeah, when you want to be the first one to sign up to laugh at other people's pain, but then your karma comes and it's time for you to stand in the spotlight and go ahead and take your lumps like everybody else. And all of a sudden, now you done duck your head in the sand like a damn ostrich. Oh yeah, I'm on you now. I'm on you now.
This is crazy.
Why would you want to grow out of your pettiness?
Yeah, he ducking.
If you saw all the stuff he was talking in the Telegram,
so I need to enlighten the chat off of what's happening, right? After a certain fella of ours seeing the title of the video, where did this all start? There was a lot of uproar.
Dub, you know where it started? As soon as he threw that pick. So we want to look him all through the messages. After he threw that pick, it was over with.
I found it.
I thought it started when I straight out said he's a fraud.
Nah,
Mookie stated, this is the worst topic ever. Y'all PC is Herbert hater, pro Lamar sucking lap dancing channel. Bro, going crazy. He got running back under QB. What you expect when he dropped Lamar Jackson's video footage?
They say free Mookie.
Mookie said, if you let Lamar torch your defense, you're not elite. Browns defense is not elite.
And then when Trey and Tegan start ganging up on him and telling him how he's wrong, he then says, oh man, my stomach's hurting. I'm not going to show up tonight. It's like, really?
No, he said, he comes to the point where he says, y'all have fun.
Oh, let's not forget with the craziest plea I ever heard for a quarterback, and this didn't even happen to him. He said Justin Herbert had a concussion, y'all. He had a concussion when he got hit down. I think he got hit.
On the helmet play.
He said he didn't look the same, even though he was playing garbage the whole time. He didn't look the same after he got hit. So that's what's going on.
I thought it was something with his head.
He had a concussion for real?
We do not
care.
No, he did not have a concussion.
What's crazy? That man Herbert's on my fantasy team, so he won me. He won me anyway, so I'll give him that.
Yo, J-Rob, you in Canada?
He waiting.
What happened?
You in Canada?
I'm in Canada.
Okay. You look cold.
Yeah. I am cold.
I'm in DC. It's 52 over here.
It's like 49 this morning.
Boy, it's still 80, 90 down here.
I just wish Mookie was here, man. I'm just kind of disappointed he didn't show up.
Yeah,
but it also seemed appropriate that he wouldn't show up. Honestly,
yeah,
like Justin Herbert,
they not to show up.
Like Justin Herbert not showing up. I mean, what do you guys have to say about this game? The battle of frauds really commenced this Monday night.
Battle of frauds is insane.
And it was
definitely battle of frauds.
It was a bad game for both of them. I'm not even gonna lie, it was not great for both of them. Dak got bailed out for a couple of plays. I'm not gonna hold you.
That defense bailed him out so bad.
Oh, bailed Tony Pollard with that crazy run.
Michael Parsons with that sack.
That won my fantasy league, undefeated. Listen, is Dak a fraud? Because we all knew he wasn't that good. I think it's more Justin Herbert is more of the fraud because y'all talk top 5, top 3.
Fluent. Actually, for me and you specifically, he's actually not a fraud. I said to guys like me and you, who 2 years ago was talking about this, He just seems like exactly who he said he was. Doesn't seem like any fraudulent behavior to me.
Yeah, he's Justin Rivers.
Seems like the guy
that lose.
Seems like what we said he was. So
seems like the guy that they want to pay.
Nah, but nah.
Oh, you talking about Dak? Oh, yeah. I know why they didn't want to pay him.
But
Man.
Herbert was looking like Josh Allen, but that shit was crazy.
Nah. Give Josh Allen more credit than that.
But that was literally his worst game I've ever seen him play. And that was just terrible.
Keenan Allen was doing
Herbert
everything
was
he could
looking
to
like
win that
prime.
game.
Bro, did you see the picture
of
of
the
Allen
Jay
on his
Cutler.
knees? Yes. Yo,
He was giving Chicago Bears Jay Cutler.
Wow.
That
was tough.
Hurt.
All jokes aside, how do we feel about
my helmet? I don't know if you noticed. You can't see the logo.
I'll say this, Dub. I said that this was we choked bad, played terrible, played garbage, played like some hot doo-doo. But I will say though, he has a crazy redemption arc next week that he can bounce back on. Played Mahomes.
Now with Taylor Swift showing up. If Taylor showed up with my 20.
Yeah, I heard Herbert Swifty. He might be distracted.
That's crazy. Swift is crazy. Now, all jokes aside, no, he has a great chance to bounce back next week.
He's not bouncing back, my brother. They are losing that game.
J-Rob, remember what we said about Broncos game versus Chiefs? That 10.5, they won by 11. Taylor Swift, man. Taylor Swift.
They can bounce back though, but now he played like trash though, bro. But you standing on business though. That's really the man.
It's just about standing on business for real.
This should be the title of the show: standing on business. That should really be because we all majority here people we keep the same.
We've all had to take it.
Joe Burrow play like doo-doo, he get the slander.
Y'all ate me alive on Brock Purdy.
If Josh
word. Who was waiting for you?
I don't even know if y'all talking about Brock Purdy.
They was in the group. They was in the chat like, where Earl at?
Yeah, I was about to say they got you. But this is how I feel. So first and foremost, in the interest of fairness, I have to point this out again. I said this on the Monday show. Dub, you wild for throwing everybody else under the bus, but
that's not true. That's not. All right, so Floyd was actually on the show. Wasn't there a Wednesday? Wasn't there a Wednesday show that was titled "The Philadelphia Eagles May Be Frauds" or something like that?
Yeah, it was. There was.
Okay, look at Trey. Look at Trey trying to be on my sack, but you act like I ain't do it. Like, what are we talking about?
If we're gonna talk about Lamar Jackson, if we're gonna talk about Dak Prescott, if we're gonna talk about Justin Herbert, you got to talk about Jalen Hurts looking like a rookie again. He played horrible.
Are y'all talking about the title last?
I don't know if it's him. I don't know if it's him coaching change that defense. That Jets defense. Let me give J-Rob a little bit of love real quick. That Jets defense, bro. If you had anybody at quarterback, you're the Super Bowl champs.
Fluid, are they not 6-0 if Aaron Rodgers is playing?
They're 6-0.
They're 6-0 if Kirk Cousins is playing. They're 6-0 if Kirk Cousins is playing.
Honestly, at
that defense is ridiculous.
Kyler Murray's playing. They're 6-0.
Anybody but Zach Wilson.
Kyler Murray.
Mayfield. You know how I feel about Butter? They're probably 5-1 with Butter.
Facts.
Like, what happened to y'all quarterback last year? The white guy, what was his name?
Zach Wilson or Mike White?
Zach Wilson.
Mike
White he's in the Dolphins right now.
God, let him go.
Now it's just. I mean, yeah, Jalen Hurts. That's probably his worst game. Probably looking like his 2021 year. He played god awful. Even though I still think that the Eagles are still the team to beat, it's just what it is. Man. Because Shannon Sharp said something on his podcast with Ocho that always that clicked with me, and I never heard everybody say it. If you don't accept the performance in a loss, don't accept it in the win. Because Jalen Hurts ain't been playing good this whole time, but they've been winning games.
You need to tell that to your boy Parsons over there in Big D, because he wants all the love when the Cowboys win, but he doesn't want all the attention when they lose. Did you hear him on his podcast?
You talk about it.
I will say, and I think I know what you're talking about, but I will say to come to his defense, I saw his recent video on his page. He's kind of right, because the general people, they're not really talking about how bad Jalen Hurts played. But when his quarterback played bad, we all know the type of slander he's getting.
That's true.
When his quarterback plays average, they're setting a parade route.
That's not true.
Nah, facts.
But Jalen Hurts in the league like 2 or 3 years.
I feel like every time I do agree with Fluent. Every time Dak does have a good game, it always seems like, see, when Dak does this, he can be this type of quarterback.
You know why though?
Every time he has a decent game, everyone's
Cowboys.
it does seem like that.
You're around that. You know why though?
He finally acts like a franchise quarterback.
You know why though?
Hold on, Trent. Hold on. Straight up, not one of you. I'm the only one. Not one of you on this panel was alive the last time the Cowboys won.
Yeah, Trey was.
Wait, my bad. We have a new guy up here. How old are you, sir?
About 35.
29.
Wait, Trey, how old are you?
I'm 30.
Damn.
Nah, but I'll say though, say what y'all was saying though about how when he played average, they go great.
Okay,
He's probably the most hated quarterback in football.
Who?
Dak.
No,
He got that star, bro.
He's hated.
He's 30 now, y'all. He's 30 now.
I feel like he's hated more now than he was before.
I'm only doing this.
Getting the slack though.
I'm only doing this because this is my favorite show. I'm only doing this because it's my favorite. I was saving this for Fluent and Chill tomorrow because I saw that Chill had pulled up a picture of himself in high school, trying to deny how old he is. And so I have a picture of me and him playing against each other in high school that I wanted to share.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Man, that's nasty work. That's
Hilarious.
That's
hilarious.
That's crazy work.
So what was Bob Cousy like?
Man, he could pass, bro. It was coming at you. You better be ready with those hands. Oh man. I know it's 2 weeks late. I know Dub. I know we probably have a million topics, but I just want to ask J Rob a quick question. It's 2 weeks old, but you were here last week. How did you have DJ Moore score 50 and still lose in fantasy, bro?
That's
because
terrible.
I forgot what happened in that game. Somebody told me, but I don't know how I let that slide. Oh, I think I didn't start somebody. I didn't have a player out there.
You didn't need a player. You had DJ Moore, 50 points. That's like 3 players.
I baited that. I definitely should be.
J Rob is a bad fantasy player. I will say that.
I am 4-2 in our league, so hop off my nuts.
Nah, you're really bad. Bro.
I know we talking football guys, but as a DC resident, George Bull has 40 in the third quarter.
Yeah,
this is gonna be a good year.
You're facing me this week, and you're projected 102 points.
All right.
I haven't even looked at my lineup game.
I just say we should do these fantasy updates since I'm 6-0. Trey,
Who's your starting quarterback, Fluent?
What's that?
Who's your starting quarterback?
Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, and I got Brock Purdy on the bench.
Oh, yeah, I got 3 quarterbacks.
It's a 2 QB league. Yeah.
Oh, I got Jordan Love and Tua. Killing with Tua all season.
All of my quarterbacks are getting hurt. It's actually ridiculous in that league.
Trey has a chance this week because I got like 6 people on bye.
Mm-hmm. I have like 5.
So which fraud are we going to talk about first, right? We talked. Are we going to touch on Herbert or not?
Justin Herbert. I think Justin Herbert needs to get his fraud watch on. Absolutely.
Okay. Let's actually talk about it. So, in the interest of trying to be somewhat nuanced about it, like, yes, it was a poor performance, but it's one game, so I don't want to fully overreact. My biggest issue,
screw that.
But is it one game? Is it one game? Because those throws where he just misses, that you think, oh, that would have been a really nice throw if, and he just misses. The plays where he takes off running and he's not aware of the stick and he ends up half a yard short on a third down and he should have got a first down. Like those are things that's what wins and loses games. And for other quarterbacks, you guys look back at them and they don't have enough wins and they don't have enough rings, and you say, oh man, they were just stats. This is where he's headed. He's headed down this road of tons of stats and no wins, and we're seeing it right before our eyes, and we're trying to say, don't overreact. It's only 1 week. It's only 1 week. Well, it's only 1 week for 3 years in a row.
Yeah. Well, Florida, the Chargers are used to that. Phillip Rivers.
I know. I call him Justin Rivers.
Can I ask a question?
They feel right at home with empty stats.
Well, can I ask a question for you, Floyd? And I don't want to make. I'm glad Mook's not here, so I'm not going to go super duper left. How do you feel about Lamar Jackson's career?
I think we're going to be having he's on fraud alert too.
Yeah. Okay.
Because what we were expecting from him was he's going to bail himself out with his legs, and he's going to get better with his arm. Because we saw flashes with Lamar too, where he was accurate and he could throw, and it's not coming together. He
got to make at least one Super Bowl.
Talk to him, Fluid.
He got to make at least one Super Bowl.
All I'm saying,
He has to.
right.
all I'm saying is because we start doing these fraud alerts for Herbert.
Herbert, Jackson.
Herbert only got
But
one
Jackson
playoff
got
one,
that
bro.
MVP.
Goddamn.
That MVP
They're all on alert.
that
I'm not
MVP
saying
saving
they're
him.
frauds. I'm not saying they're frauds, but I'm saying
watch though.
they're on watch. They're on watch.
I was telling,
Everybody on the radar for sure.
I was telling that gentleman in the
MVP
top
favorite.
right over there. I said, bro, what is it where if you want to say the formations are different, that's fine. But Lamar Jackson, to me, he's basically the same guy he was last season. I didn't sit here and want this Todd Monken offense in here for him to be the same guy he was last year. I want him to be better than that.
You don't want to use his legs anymore?
No, it's not even about that.
Like, then
It's just
what is it about?
there's still
There's still
inconsistent. There's still
But Doug, he
inconsistent.
still
Yes,
doesn't
yes.
have a solid receiver.
He's been completing them.
Hasn't really shown a lot of inaccuracy in his throwing most.
Don't lie to me.
I'm not lying to you, bro. You just have an idea of what it is. I'm not.
I seen this man overthrow a curl route. I seen this man that pick that he had.
I saw Justin Herbert miss a bunch of throws the other day. Do I got
Keenan Allen?
Listen,
But Lamar and the burner too. That's what we're saying, J-Rob. Put him in the burner.
there's a
J-Rob, put them all in the burner. Put them all in the burner.
But you don't
Put
put them in the burner.
J-Rob, there is a fundamental.
But Doug, you talk real crazy.
Rob,
I disagree.
But hold up, you have to admit,
You talk real crazy.
there's a fundamental issue wrong in the NFL right now because we have a number of run-first quarterbacks that they are trying to turn into pocket accurate passers that just aren't it. And until they figure out how to properly use the Lamar Jacksons, Justin Fields of the world, to properly use them, they're either going to get hurt like they've been doing, or they're going to be exposed in the pocket like they've been getting exposed.
But Lamar Jackson got hurt in the pocket. He got hurt throwing the football. That happens to anybody.
But
y'all got hurt running the football.
You also know a player doesn't necessarily get hurt just from that play. It's you get hit from running, you get hit, and then it's okay. Maybe it's you're in the pocket when you get hurt, but you know that you played football.
I agree.
A bunch of hits, and then it's the little one or the cut where no one even touches you where you actually get hurt, but it's because you've been weakened from all those hits. So yes, maybe he got hurt in the pocket, but you know it also comes from the punishment he was taking.
Yeah, but I mean, all quarterbacks don't take punishment. They playing quarterback.
Where is his Stephon Diggs? It's A. Brown.
I'm not gonna lie, real quick. I understand you said
Never had number one.
Oh yeah, I understand.
I understand that, but they brought in a new offensive coordinator because everyone.
I just think that the offense would be flawless to start the season 6 weeks in with a new install and everything. I think that's it's not going to look perfect right now, but at the end of the day, they still going to win football games. I think they'll beat the Lions this weekend, and I think that offense is going to click. I think be on the lookout for them probably adding one more offensive piece, maybe a run back, maybe a receiver. I don't know.
I think even one of the Broncos receivers or.
But that's the thing, J-Rob, where this is where I kind of side with Mookie, where you got to keep the same. You got to keep the same energy.
Well, what energy haven't I?
Herbert got a new coordinator as well. Herbert got a new offense season as well. And you talk about adjustment period with Lamar Jackson. Let's have an adjustment period for Justin Herbert.
What have I said about
Justin Herbert? Herbert's been playing better than Lamar Jackson.
That's not entirely true. One, two. What bad thing have I said about Justin Herbert up to this bad game that just happened so far this year? Tell me, Dub, since you know.
No, I'm just saying, keep the same energy. The same way we're criticizing Herbert for this game. Let's criticize Lamar Jackson for the game he just had. He had a bad game.
But Dub, you're just trying to pick an argument because we had to come up here and talk about it. I talked about him. So what are you talking about? Keep the same.
I said let's talk about the bad game he just had against Titans.
Was you not on the show when he came up and I had to talk about Lamar Jackson not being good? Trent was here. So
you talking about Lamar? You talking about the Titans game? You talking about the Titans game?
Bro, what did I say about what haven't I said about Lamar, bro? But he hasn't played well. I haven't said he played great. I didn't say that. So
I'm saying let's keep the same energy when we're talking.
If I'm holding the
so let me ask you something.
You want me to say call him a fraud? Let me
ask you something. How was Lamar Jackson's game this Sunday
against the Titans?
Yes,
it was better than Justin Herbert's. If you want me to be real with you. Is that not a fact? Because if y'all want to talk to me about this, y'all want to talk to me. Y'all want me
to
relax, guys. Relax.
Oh, man. Get his camera on or kick him out.
Yeah.
Get his camera on or kick him out.
Come on, face music.
I want to see the face when we talk about it.
On the air. You was on that.
Don't hide.
Come on, we already saw Bum Herbert. We want to see you.
Don't hide, you Chargers fan.
Call me a fake Saints fan with that Justin Herbert profile picture. Put your head down, sir.
Yo. This right here is just nasty, bro. Like,
no, the camera on.
This right here is just nasty, bro. Like,
put the camera on.
Hey, put some bass in your voice like you usually do.
No. Y'all here having y'all pom-poms on, having y'all, cheerleading because the man had one bad game.
One bad game.
This crazy, bro. But like I said there and said, bro, like it's a trend. It's a trend. It's trend. It's a trend to hate on the bro.
Even his internet don't want him to get this foolishness off because he know he's lying. He know he's lying. Because let's go ahead and have a conversation since you finally decided to show up. You be the first one to bring your pom-poms out to slander anybody else, whether it's Trevor Lawrence, whether it's Lamar Jackson, anybody else. You be the first one to laugh at somebody's pain. But the moment it's your time, you want to pull up.
What we sow, Mook.
You want to go duck and hide? No, sir. That ain't how this works. That ain't how this work at all. I need you to stand front and center. Go ahead and take that spotlight, sir. He played like crap, and you got to stand on that. Because when everybody else and their players play like crap, their team play like crap, you be the first one to point it out. So go ahead. Be accountable, my good man. Go ahead and do it. Keep that same energy. And if not, I need you to never have that bass in your voice again the way you be talking to us beforehand. Either stand on business or don't. But you can't straddle the fence now. Come on.
Testify, brother Trent. Hey, testify.
Why he not talking?
Wookie, you there? His internet's out.
I told you.
Yeah.
I told
He's
you.
speechless.
That man's real shell shock.
Wait, hold on. And to add on what Trey just said, because he's not saying no business. Do I need to play the video when Lamar Jackson threw the pick to Joey Porter Jr.? Do I need to play that for y'all so y'all can?
please.
Please.
Do I need to hear? Do we need to hear?
Just real quick.
Mookie.
Oh, you know his is
No way.
He became
But to go back to the main point when we was talking about Herbert and them, I just feel as if there's a lot of inconsistency with Lamar, Justin Herbert, especially like J-Rob just said, the man don't even have one playoff win. Well, guess what? Lamar only has one playoff win. So like, is that really like a measuring stick of what makes him a quarterback just because one player has
I don't
one
think so.
playoff win?
I don't think so. And the thing is, and what I feel like everybody fails to realize, and I don't understand. Like I say, what Bama says and what I say, I come from two different things. I've always said I thought Justin Herbert is a great talent, great player, has all these tools. I just think the way we come up here and criticize Josh Allen when he don't play well, the same way we come up here and criticize Lamar, Joe Burrow, and all these guys, it comes off as hate when it goes to Justin Herbert. And that's just how I personally feel about it. But I've been on this show for 2 years. I feel like I've been one of the few people that have held him to the standard which y'all play him at. And that's just what it is, bro. I don't think and also, Dubs, you want to say and say I don't stand on business. When I was asked on this platform, Lamar's expectations, I also 100% was one of the only people to say I think he has the most pressure on him of most of the quarterbacks this year. I definitely stood on business when it comes to that. So I don't give him no outs like I try to act like I do.
I think
Devin me to the fire.
I think your disdain is all caught up, wrapped up in.
I don't have any disdain though. That's the problem. I don't have disdain.
Whoa. The audio.
I don't have disdain.
Choppy. Hold up. The audio is choppy.
Yeah, it's choppy. Yeah, it's choppy.
Who does he have?
You're on your phone. You're on your phone, Trent.
I'm hearing it right now.
It's still choppy.
Yeah,
I think it might be moved.
Nah, no, I'm saying like
the audio. Listen on YouTube.
Yeah. It's just choppy.
Oh my God.
Damn, it's choppy as hell, son.
For real?
Yeah.
Can we talk about the Lions?
Wait, hold up. We didn't fully
Jared Edge.
We didn't fully get into this game because.
All right, it's good now. Everyone's saying it's good now.
All
Chat,
right.
we good?
We good, everybody?
Think it's straight.
Cool.
Bet.
Cool.
Well, I think your
I don't have disdain, bro. That's definitely not it at all. 'Cause I never said Justin Herbert was whack.
No. The thing with Justin Herbert, you talking about everyone giving him. You're talking about everyone giving him outs, and I think that's kind of misplaced because the real quarterback we need to be talking about, where everyone gives him an out, is Joe Burrow. That's the real quarterback. I don't know why. Like that's the quarterback.
Joe Burrow keep
no, because the thing.
Don't come from Burrow.
Joey B.
That's just what it is. The man,
Tell me why,
he's the one quarterback. He's the one quarterback that gets all this praise for making a Super Bowl, and he didn't even play that great. If we're gonna be honest, he didn't
have an O-line, Dub.
Then
O-line.
against the Chiefs, guess what? He wet the bed again, but nobody talks about that. Then for every single season, they do the same process of playing terrible in the beginning of the season, then go on a run. Nobody talks about it. They go on a run. They go on a run for what? For Joe Burrow to play mid in the postseason. Burrow plays mid in the postseason every year, and nobody talks about it. He's had maybe two good postseason games, and the first time was I think in the wild card. I'm not 100%.
Can I say this?
The man's been sacked
Wait, Dale, let me ask you this
my
question
God.
though. How many of the top quarterbacks got multiple good playoff games? If you said he has two, outside of Patrick Mahomes, who got more than one?
That's true because that's the thing. That's true.
Is that you feel me?
No,
who has more than one?
Matthew Stafford.
Stafford.
The same way.
Matty Ice.
Matthew Stafford. So that
wait, hold on. The same way.
nobody get this bag.
I'm saying the same. Here's the thing, Jerry. The same way how people talk about Joe Burrow making it to the Super Bowl. There have also been games from Josh Allen when he's the two back-to-back games when he had one of the greatest playoff performances versus the Patriots, played damn near perfect, and the Chiefs game. But everybody talks about his lows. But when it comes to Joe Burrow, everybody talks about his highs, never talk about the lows at all. Never.
Has Joe Burrow ever had a game as good as Josh Allen's?
Hell no.
I do know he's been in the league for 3 years, right? Jesus. Y'all be talking about quarterbacks who've been playing for like 7 years.
So that's more of a point to us. If the guy has a to be on that level, why are you bigging him up to be better than the guy that has done it before? Josh Allen has performed at a higher level against the Chiefs than Joe Burrow has ever done.
Arguing semantics at that point because you're talking about which one is quarterback 2 and which one's quarterback 3.
No. I'm saying the energy.
We're talking about quarterback 2 or 3 depending on who you ask. Like these are the top 3 guys we're talking about.
There is not a game Joe Burrow plays where he has protection and he has a bad game.
Why are you lying?
That's not.
He literally had protection in the Chiefs game last year, playing like dog water. Why are you lying? He choked, playing like trash, and nobody said a word because it's Joe Shiesty. Nobody said
it's just one game, Trent.
Oh yeah, there's other games where he played good in the playoffs, and nobody talks about it because they get the win. Like I said, if you don't accept that bad performance,
but the playoffs is hard to win the playoffs game. You know it's hard to win the playoffs.
But to Trent's point,
ask Justin Herbert.
But to Trent's point, that's crazy. But to Trent's point, a guy in Josh Allen, a guy who has proven himself to play at a high level. It's a guy who has had multiple games playing at a higher level than Joe Burrow has ever had in his career. Why is it that man gets put in the burner every single time, but this man Joe Burrow plays mid and nobody says a damn thing?
You was on the show earlier. What did I say about Josh Allen that people not giving him enough credit for? I said that Josh Allen. I said Josh Allen for the last year. I said, and I even said, I called myself out. I said I've personally been a little critical of Josh Allen But at the end of the day, when I look at his lack of a rush defense, his lack thereof of a running game for the team the last few years, I definitely think he's made the most out of a Bills roster that in some ways is a lot more lackluster than most people give it credit for. So, I mean, I hear what you're saying, but
so Trent, what game did you say?
Like I said, I like the top three guys. Like I think Josh Allen is quarterback 2 or 3 in the world.
Let me rephrase that early. So the Chiefs game, he played bad. Them other
games,
games,
he was sacked 6 times.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
So
let me answer this.
Let me ask you.
He was sacked 6 times in the first time because he only got sacked once and he was still playing.
You're mad because people aren't putting down Joe Burrow for his bad games. But let me ask you this.
Burrow has
his bad games knocking him below the other players that everyone has him above?
Here's the thing. No, I'm saying Burrow has a lot of mid more than good. That's what I'm saying. He has a lot of mid more than good. And early, you brought up that 6-sack game. And do you remember the Joe Burrow's last 2 drives for the Chiefs? Do you remember that? How it went to a 3-and-out and then he threw a dumb interception at the end? That's how they got the game with a field goal with the flag too.
But I also know he has the best record versus Patrick Mahomes too.
What does that have to do with what I just said? Nothing. You just bring it up.
He doesn't perform well against the Chiefs.
Okay, every time he did it. I'm talking about his whole playoff career. He has more mid than good, and that's facts.
How many games has he played in the playoffs?
That's what I'm saying. He's played 3.
He's played 5.
Y'all not understanding what I'm saying. When Josh Allen plays bad in the playoffs, he gets slandered. Crazy.
7 times. He's played 7 games. 7 games.
He's played 7 games. And how many are you saying are mid?
Majority of them.
Almost every single one.
Besides
every single one of them.
Besides the Bills game and the Chiefs game, I'll give him great because they made the comeback.
Okay.
Every other game, mid.
Nah, that Chiefs game wasn't that great either, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Really
if you want to say the Titans game, if you say the Titans game, I'll say maybe because he got sacked 9 times and would still be able to have
first year.
Okay, and you're comparing him.
That Raiders game, he played good.
Josh Allen
played like dog crap. That Tennessee game, he played good against Kansas City. He played pretty good against the Rams. Even though they lost, he had a pretty good game. 25 for 33 and a touchdown, 68%.
The Super Bowl,
you stat watching crazy. But he was sacked 8 times.
Stat watching crazy. If you watch the game back, he did not play good in that Super Bowl. He was playing some great mid. And then the next year, hold on early. And then the next year, you almost lose to Tom Huntley. Lamar Jackson playing that out in the first round. Then I'll give you grace with the Bills game when he played. That was his best game by 4. Torched him. And then he laid a fat egg in the Chiefs game, but nobody talked about that Chiefs game because it's Joe Burrow. Because now, if you replace him and put it with Josh Allen, like how we was killing Josh Allen for the Bengals game, we'll be doing the same thing when it's
damn near all the mid games.
This man Trent wants you to make sure everybody gets their slander. You got to slander everybody, or Trent won't be happy. Pretty much.
Not even slander, but don't act as
don't even do that his damn self.
Like, what are we talking about? Every single quarterback that we talking about.
Okay, Trent.
The thing I don't like. Why you guys? Why is the
he has no time in the pocket.
The issue I have is why is the world over like criticizing and shitting on Josh Allen? Why do they act as if Joe Burrow is just a unanimous second guy to Mahomes and the second guy and there's nobody else? When a guy in Josh Allen
literally throws games.
No, literally. The guy Josh Allen literally has had 3 games performing at a higher level than Joe Burrow has ever performed in his whole entire career. In the last 3 seasons as well. But nobody talks about that. What do they talk about? Oh, the record against the Chiefs is positive. So you know what? Because the record against the Chiefs is positive, then you know what? That's why he's on the level and not Josh Allen. It doesn't make sense.
It is not Josh Allen. Here's the reason. The game. That's a running game problem, but dog, he has to throw way too much. He has to improvise way too much. He makes terrible mistakes sometimes.
No, but I'll give you the reason. You said why? Here's the reason.
They both have to provide just as much. What are we talking about?
The expectation for Josh Allen, I think, because he's now played in the playoffs 4 years, 19, 20, 21, 22, right? 4 years. He's knocked out the first game. Goes to the AFC Championship game, then he goes to the two games, right? So it's his 4th year. Joe Burrow's only been in the playoffs twice, so the expectation is higher for Josh Allen, and you expect more. His highs and lows, I think, are higher and lower than Joe Burrow's. That's why I think he gets more criticism. Does that mean Joe Burrow shouldn't? No, he should get criticized, but I think he's been in the league longer, so you expect more from these guys. People are still saying Joe Burrow's young. He's getting sacked a lot now. Is that an excuse? Maybe, but it's also true. So that's what I think it is. I think just the expectation is higher.
That's true.
Now that won't be true in 2 years. That won't be true in years. If Joe
What did Joe Burrow do with that Philly line?
I would just say that's fair because to me personally, if it don't matter if you're year 1, year 2, if you're in the same tier with this quarterback, you're in the same tier. So I feel like if play that, that's the same guy.
No, but in reality, expectations are higher because he's older. Because he's older. But if Joe Burrow plays 2 more years in the playoffs, to your point, he's mid and he doesn't have good games, they're going to call him Joe Shitty. They will. They're not going to give him a pass forever.
If Lamar plays bad in the playoffs and he gets slandered for it, if Josh Allen plays bad, the energy should be the exact same. And it ain't like that. They keep saying the audio's messed up.
I keep seeing it.
My audio's choppy.
I'm saying like it's a whole stream. It's not even us.
Oh, bro,
that's tough. This is tough.
It's the best episode ever.
Man, it's a pretty good episode too, and it's annoying as hell.
Yeah, I don't understand why it's choppy.
Yeah, I don't get what's going on right now. But...
Let me leave and come back. All
right, yeah.
Good.
Let me find out Mookie bombed the internet. Let me find out.
Yo, if Mookie actually sabotaged the stream,
that would be some devious stuff, bro. You doing
yo, let me find out.
No, that's the top 10 most pettiest things. If you would sabotage the stream because people didn't agree with something.
That's a show right there. Top 10 pettiest things. I'm in on that one. Coming to Top 10 pettiest things.
Yo,
you're all invited.
But like, in all seriousness, like the whole battle of frauds thing is crazy.
That's bro.
That's
clickbait. I keep trying to tell y'all.
That's crazy.
It's not wrong.
That's crazy.
How is he not a fraud? Why did he have a 27, J. Rob? We said it ourselves.
Okay, let me ask you.
What I'm saying is he's not a fraud because the problem is with Justin Herbert is y'all anointed him a top 3 quarterback in 1 year of play. That's why it looks like this. They were saying if Mookie was up here calling this man the 3rd or 2nd best quarterback in all of football after 1 rookie season in the league, and that's why it came to this. Unfortunately.
Okay, so J. Rob, let me ask you this: besides Dookie. Nobody else had him in here top 3.
Wait, that's not
true.
That's not true.
Bro. Wait, hold on. Wait, on top 3
again. First of all, I remember G Baby's genesis and how he felt about him. Ben. Come on. I mean, at one point,
Ben had him too. No.
At one point, Trent, you had him pretty damn high too, my brother.
I still have him high. He's still top 5. He's like 4 or 5.
He's top 5.
I think you had him top 3 at one point.
Y'all just like the way Herbert looked.
I always said that Josh Allen is better than Justin.
I like the way he looked.
I just said the gap is never that.
I mean, early, where do you have Herbert ranked?
He ain't in top 10. You should have been on here earlier. I ain't got him top 10.
Wow.
Let me guess. Wow. Let me guess. You got Baby Brady over him?
Definitely number 9. I got Baby Brady number 9. Trevor Lawrence number 10.
You got Brock Purdy.
You gotta stop calling Brock Purdy Baby Brady, bro. It's actually so disrespectful.
Yeah, just like how you
keep saying it. Baby Brady.
No, Brock Purdy.
You need a hot ball. I got a hot ball.
Brock Purdy is Joe Flacco 2.0. Brock Purdy, you heard it, is Joe Flacco 2.0.
Hold on. Wait, let me ask you this, Trey. Did y'all talk about Purdy on Monday?
We talked about it a little bit.
Why wasn't he get any type of slander?
No. We slandered him. We slandered him a good amount.
It's because of early, for real, honestly.
Early one who said he was a top 5 quarterback.
Early, you know how the way how Mookie is with Justin Herbert is exactly how early is with Brock Purdy.
Yeah, but you kind of violated with.
My guy's 14-1. So let's go back. My guy's
so what? Jimmy Garoppolo wins 80% of his games. It does make him a great quarterback. Stop it.
He ain't winning 80% over there in Oakland.
Let's think about it. The best quarterback in the NFC is Jared Goff. Like no one in the NFC.
Wait, you're saying his name wrong. It's Jared Edge. Jared
MVP. Jared MVP.
No.
Yo, Trent. Jared Edge, bro. I'm telling you.
Jared, you're gonna hit it for me right now. I'm starting to lean on the side that Jared Goff is good. If any type of way I go on his good side and he do a backflip and
thank you, Chris Roberts.
Oh my!
Until another NFC quarterback wins the Super Bowl, Matthew Stafford is the best quarterback in the NFC.
Wait. Goff is losing this weekend to Lamar. They're losing
This is
Lamar.
correct. Tristan in the chat is correct. Goff is proving that Stafford is mid because Goff is winning. He's winning with the Lions, not just putting up stats.
Oh, hey, Fluent, stop it.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Trent, you gotta give Jared Edge the love. He just been doing it big for a while.
Matthew Stafford ain't nothing.
I was amazed.
Nah, Smoke Cousins needs to. I think Smoke Cousins should come play for the Jets. Actually, I'm not going.
Matthew Stafford walks so Jared Goff can run.
One year as a mercenary. Kirk Cousins, Smoke Cousins will get a ring in 1 year and then go off and play wherever he wants on the max deal.
I heard that what's his name? They're not going to take off his no trade clause. So
Yeah, he refused his no trade. He likes Minnesota.
Wow.
He likes nice
Man, if the Jets come call, he out of there, man.
Nah. Once that no trade clause, bro. If that's still in there, you ain't going nowhere.
That Mall
No. But he has the no trade clause.
The Mall of America has a really big JL Bean store. He loves buying those checkered shirts, so he ain't going nowhere.
Christmas.
But yeah.
Oh my God!
I ain't gonna lie. When you say that, I think Kirk Cousins like to be somewhere where there's no pressure on him. That's what it sounds like.
There is pressure on him though.
Nah, pressure. That's
if he goes to a contender, we on his head.
Oh, if it goes to the Jets, that's true. A lot more. Yeah, if he goes to the Jets, the expectation is Super Bowl.
I think
he likes being in the cut, the mom and pop shop. He like to be there.
That's crazy.
He likes to keep a low profile.
Hey, y'all, how does the audio sound now since Dub did? We don't need
no one's complaining anymore.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nobody.
Looks like you got to host a show, Fluent.
How do y'all? Well, I was gonna ask y'all. How do y'all feel about Julio? How do y'all feel about Julio signing to the Eagles?
Oh yeah,
they got a great stock blocker, good slot receiver, mismatch nightmare.
Don't get me started on 6'5" and can't score touchdown. Get me started.
Oh my gosh, cut it out. See, look what I started, Trent.
Get me started.
Hey, but what's his name, bro? Yo, I mean that's a good wide receiver because when he was on the Bucks, his wide receiver, he was pretty solid. He wasn't crazy, but
he was the wide receiver 3 on the Bucks. That's Antonio Brown was. What?
I was about to say at this point he's like,
bro. I'm talking about the year. No, I'm talking about the year after.
He played 2 games, man.
I'm talking about the year after he got booted. I'm not talking about the year.
Yeah, and Gronk was wide receiver 3 at that time.
Gronk retired.
No, what's the fast receiver? The one that's the white one. What's his name? He was number 3.
Fluent.
That's crazy. Scotty Miller.
Yeah, Scotty Miller was number 3.
But yeah, I'm sorry. Julio Jones at this stage of his career going to the Eagles does nothing.
I call him Kitchen because he cooked.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, how old is he? Gotta be like in his late 30s. How old is he?
On the Wizards?
I'm calling him. If you're a real football
fan, Penny Hardaway on the Heat.
Keyshawn Johnson when he played for the Panthers. That's what I'm calling him.
Right.
Yo, stop. Yo, leave Julio alone, bro.
Yeah, I think I
he's done. No, we all agree. We all agree Julio's done. Like this signing means nothing, right? It means
he's not done.
Don't get it twisted. I'm coming to dominate. That ain't what the counts. Maybe you'll get your own ass.
He's about to go over and dominate.
Julio's been in the league for so long. I think it's great that you signed him, but what are you going to? You're gonna play
it. It's gonna be a mismatch nightmare at the slot, bro. Come on, man.
I like that. Huncho got it right. Tracy McGrady on the Spurs. That's what he is.
That would be the coldest Hall of Fame on the bench you ever seen in your life.
Wow.
No. Be honest. No, J-Rob, be honest. He's not doing nothing.
Nah, he's gonna be the slot receiver.
He's gonna be hurt in 4 games, J-Rob. I'm calling it.
Does he make it 4 games?
Yo, honestly, just because I like the Eagles and what they got going on, I got faith in my man Julio Jones, man. Just do your job, bro.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Go in there and dominate.
Let's do an over-under. Let's do an over-under. J-Rob, over-under. Julio plays 4 games.
Over.
Trey.
Under.
Trent.
I gotta be over, bro.
Gotta be, bro.
Early.
Under.
Wiley.
It's gotta be under.
All right, there you have it. It's the under. It's the under 42. It's the under.
Y'all gonna think he gonna snap a back in his first 2 games?
Man, listen, if the Eagles get in that no huddle offense where they try to get it going fast, he gonna pull a hammy. I'm trying to tell y'all, man.
Look,
y'all do realize
don't let it be
Julio
a game with a
Jones
drive.
has
We
been
gotta
in the
get
league.
to it.
Y'all do realize Julio Jones has been in the league since 2011. He's been in the league for almost 13 years.
I was about to say, wait.
And listen,
He's
for
been
all
in
that
there
love
because
we
when
give
he
Julio, that boy
got
had
drafted
double
out of
touchdowns one time
Alabama
in his
by the
career.
Falcons in the 2011 draft, and he's been on Atlanta ever since. Then he was on Tampa Bay. He was on Tennessee for a year. Then he got traded to Tampa Bay, and then
And y'all want a number 3 Eagles. Jarvis Landry is sitting right there waiting for you. If you want a runner at number 3, you still got something to say.
So listen, we've talked more about Julio Jones than the amount of time he's going to be on the field. So let's move on to the next topic. And I know there's a list, but I want to jump down to number 3 right off the bat because there's a particular coach, long time, some would say the greatest coach of all time, who had a philosophy with his players. I'd rather trade him a year early than a year late. He always said that. He would never pay them. He would always want to move them a year early than a year late. Is Robert Kraft late to the party? Should he have gotten rid of Bill Belichick a year early because now it might be a year late? Is Bill Belichick in the hot seat?
Yes.
I think so.
You can't go out. Oh, go ahead, Trent.
I was gonna say because like when my brother said on my show, bro, he literally says like Bill Belichick as the GM ruins sometimes Bill Belichick as the head coach. Like for every Julian Edelman stuff you draft some N'Keal Harry's. Who you say trade Aaron Dobson? Like you draft some bad people where
Eric Rivers in the 3rd round.
After Brady dip, it looked corrupt, bro, and it looks terrible. So I think for sure Bill's on the hot seat, but it's just like you know how like it's Bill Belichick, so it's like you really want to do it, but you don't want to do it at the same time. But yeah, he's for sure on the hot seat though, for sure. I think he's on the hot seat. I ain't gonna say fraud yet, but he's for sure on the hot seat.
Look, the man is not a fraud. I'm never going to go as far as some other folks to say that man is a fraud.
That man is Otis from the Temptation.
That's crazy.
Ain't nobody bigger than you. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Bill.
He called him Otis Jackson.
He said nobody want to come to see you, Otis.
Nobody come to see you, Bill.
Crazy. But no, I'm never gonna call the man a fraud.
Man, Andy Reid is the greatest coach.
What I am going to say
of my life.
What I am going to say is
Andy Reid.
The whistle.
Like Trent said, I've said this a million times. Bill Belichick, the GM, screws over Bill Belichick, the coach.
Yep.
Okay. So let me ask you this, Trey. Does Bill Belichick, the GM, fire Bill Belichick, the coach?
He should.
Not alone. No.
If we're being
I think Robert Kraft needs to fire Bill Belichick as the GM, but you can probably still keep him as the coach.
Nah, it's time to get a new vibe.
I think he's
going to resign.
I think it's time to move on because listen, I respect Bill Belichick. He's one of the greatest.
Old man out of
he
there.
is one of the greatest coaches in NFL history. He won multiple Super Bowls with a
Is
New
he
England
though?
team.
Yes.
In my eyes, he's
I just think he had the greatest quarterback in NFL history.
That's what I think too.
I think he's at least top 5.
Brady. Hey, there's 2 Bill Belichicks. The before and after Brady. That's so good.
That's what I said.
Yeah. But just, I think, the way he was able to dominate and like win Super Bowls.
Dominate with who though? With who though?
Not just with Brady. There were multiple other.
What else did he do without Brady? What did he do without Brady?
What did he do without Brady? He had the one guy who went 11-5 and lost in the first round.
Yeah, but that's because they had a loaded offense with Randy Moss.
They had a stacked team. He focused on defense.
There's a lot of quarterbacks that went 11-5 with that team.
Yeah, I think. But in all seriousness, I think it's time for New England to start looking for someone else to lead the team because you can't get out. They got outscored 72-3 in 2 games from the Cowboys and the Saints, and I think that's kind of like this is like one of the worst starts we've seen New England go through in Belichick's history as a head coach. And I think it has to get to a point. I'm not gonna be like these people who take it over the edge and put it on fraud watch because I think that's unfair, but I think he's wasted too much time with Mac Jones to put him in this position to think that he's going to succeed. And that's what he wanted. And it's collapsing collapsing. And so now I think you have to start asking yourself, do we think Bill Belichick, how much longer is Bill Belichick going to be able to stay at this position and be able to produce, or is it just going to get worse from here? So
I want to play a quick game, and we're going to get back to Bill Belichick in a second, but okay. Drink more water. Name a head coach that won a Super Bowl without a Hall of Fame quarterback. I'll go first. Mike Ditka. J-Rob?
What's my guy's name over there in at the Jaguars? Come on, why can't I think of his name? Coach Doug Peterson.
Doug Peterson. Trey.
I guess as of right now, you could say Tom Coughlin.
Why you take my pick though, bro?
All right, go next one. Next, Trent.
Oh, as of right now, Mike Tomlin.
That's
you ready?
You
ready?
No.
Let me hear it.
Good old Brian Billick, that 2000 Ravens team.
That's a fact, though.
Yeah, Wiley.
You say without a Hall of Fame. Did Joe Gibbs do it without one?
I don't know. Doug was in the Hall of Fame?
No,
Who?
Doug was as a DC native. Doug was a bum for real. Doug was a bum for real.
Yeah, I don't think Joe Gibbs did on the Red Sox.
It was that running game with John Riggins. That's what that was.
Yeah, that's what.
And them damn hogs.
So yeah, I'll just say Joe Gibbs.
Is Phil Simms in the Hall of Fame? Hold on. Is Phil Simms in the Hall of Fame?
Phil Simms? No.
Pete Carroll.
Didn't Bill Parcells win 2 with Phil Simms?
Yeah. Chris Sims.
Bro
getting cooked right now.
I want to say it was one with Phil Simms and one with Jeff Hostetler.
Just half. Yeah, even worse.
Bro, Pete Carroll.
More water. We just did it without even.
Pete Carroll.
No. Russell wasn't going to the Hall of Fame.
Is he going to the Hall of Fame?
Yes, he is.
Yes.
He's going to the Hall of Fame.
I think y'all forget how good Russell was.
Trent, this is why Deion.
Wait, who's the coach in Tampa? Didn't they win?
Wait, talking about you think Russ is the Hall of very good?
Didn't Tampa Bay win with Brad Johnson?
You said what you say?
Didn't Brad
Russ
Johnson
got 40,000 yards of
John Gruden got
the Hall of Fame.
John Gruden? Yeah, John Gruden. There's another one.
But here's I think to his point is that all the top head coaches that we think of, all the top head coaches that we think of have played with an elite quarterback. I think that's what they're trying to get at.
I'm just saying it might be Bill Belichick. The whole listen, he had the Patriot way and it worked for a while, but I think it's a new
when didn't the Tampa Bay Buccaneers win in 2002?
And he cheated. And that's not slander. He cheated and he got caught cheating multiple times. So he won a certain way, and I don't think he's getting away with it anymore. Now we're seeing he's not really who we thought he was. Or maybe he's just old. I don't know. Maybe
do y'all think Bill Roethlisberger's a lock Hall of Famer?
Ben Roethlisberger?
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, he's a lock.
Yeah, I think so.
Because Eli will get there. We know
he's better than Eli.
How much I think he's better than Russ?
Ben Roethlisberger?
Better than who?
He's better than Russ. He's better than Russ.
No,
he's better than Russ.
I think
no, I'm not gonna lie. If you think the Bull was good, those Pittsburgh defense.
Russ had the best. Legion of Boom was crazy. Stop, Trent. You remember them days. You grew up in them days. Yo, you was eating breakfast with your dad in the morning watching Legion of Boom tapes. You wasn't watching them Steelers tapes.
Hey, Dre Brown, how many Hall of Famers in Legion of Boom?
At least 4.
How many you think is on the 2010?
Wagner, Sherman, Earl Thomas, Bennett, and Cam Chancellor. Who?
Oh, Ben, I don't. Is Bennett a Hall of Famer?
Bob Wagner's not a Hall of Famer. Bobby Wagner.
No, he is for sure.
Bobby Wagner's Hall of Famer.
You said Brandon Browner. I'm like,
oh no. I meant to say Cam Chancellor. That's what I was thinking of. Cam Chancellor. And does Michael Bennett? Does he get some love? I don't know.
Is Bennett a Hall of Famer though?
No, I don't know, but he could get some love. He was a dog.
I personally don't think the gap between Russell and Ben Roethlisberger is that far off. I'm not gonna lie. Because
that's what I was gonna say.
I kind of see what you.
But Ben was wild in his heyday.
Ben got Lamar wasn't
like that.
Russ
was like that.
Nah, he was like that. He was like that.
Going to the Hall of Fame. Like, come on, dog.
I say Let's see. Let's not act like what's his name.
No, I'm being hard on Russ. Russ might be a Hall of Famer. Might be. He might be.
2018, like them.
Yeah, I guess if Eli
Russ
Manning is a
got
Hall of Famer,
42,000 yards and over 300 TDs. He goes to the Hall of Fame.
Eli's not a Hall of Famer.
Kurt Warner is in the Hall of Fame with the same stats in there.
Eli Manning? You don't think Eli Manning's a Hall of Famer?
Eli Manning is going to go because of the 2 Super Bowls.
And he beat Brady.
Okay, that's fair. He won 2 Super Bowls, so that's
he's gonna go because of the 2 Super Bowls. But I mean, he's not a Hall of Fame quarterback. Like,
no, I agree with you, but I just think again 2 Super Bowls.
Okay.
It would be hard to
go because of that. He's gonna go because of that.
But
I have to offer this pushback whenever this whole conversation comes up because
wait, why does Eli not deserve? He has
hold on. Eli should be a Hall of Famer. He should be a Hall of Famer.
He has 60,000 yards.
I think Eli should be a Hall of Famer.
Early, I'm getting to that. Let me just get.
I think he's a Hall of Famer too.
Wait, let me just get this point off because I think part of the issue that I have with the people that say Eli isn't a Hall of Famer or that he's only going to get in because of the rings.
But you biased though.
He gets. I might be.
You biased though. Let the objective guys get it off. Go ahead.
In all seriousness, I might be a little biased.
Pro Bowls too.
The only thing I'll say is this: I feel like there's a group of people that feel like he's going to get in because of the 2 Super Bowls and the name that he is attached to.
No.
What I'm saying is that also because of that last name, he's also scrutinized in a way that if you were another quarterback and you had the career that he had, you probably aren't being as harsh with him. Because if you told me that I was going to draft a quarterback at the top of the draft and he was going to play for my franchise for 10 plus years, he retires. When he retires, he is 10th all time, top 10 all time in passing yards
and barely gets hurt.
And he has 2 Super Bowls and 2 Super Bowl MVPs. Strip the name from it
against Tom Brady.
Wait, I don't even care. I don't care if it's against Joe Blow. If you just strip the name from it and say you're gonna draft this kid number 1 overall, and he's going to end up with top 10 all time passing stats and 2 Super Bowl rings and 2 Super Bowl MVPs. Does that not sound like a Hall of Fame career to you?
And that is
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm doing a side by side of Dan Marino and Eli.
That is my point. Eli Manning's going to get in because of the 2 Super Bowl runs. When you look at him as a quarterback, he is a 500 quarterback. That's what he is. So I'm not saying I'm telling you he's going to get in, but he's going to get in because he was fortunate, good enough, whatever, to have those 2 Super Bowl runs. I can't take it away from him, but if he didn't have those 2 Super Bowl runs, he's not getting in. So he's very fortunate. He's very fortunate that he had those.
Don't push him over. 15 years in the league. You don't over 57,000 yards.
Troy Aikman is a Hall of Famer.
Come on now. He deserves to get in.
No. Troy Aikman is not a Hall of Famer.
Troy Aikman is very fortunate that he had Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, Alvin Harper, and that offensive line. Or else
if he didn't have,
he's not a Hall of Famer.
He's
a Hall of Famer. No.
And the thing is with Eli, I have more bias.
I'm consistent with it. I don't think half of the people in should even be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I'm with Fluent.
Y'all basically agree with Dion saying where like.
Yes, I do. It's too many gimmies in there. Like
there needs to be a second level for like the elite.
Yeah, because Terry Bradshaw should not be a Hall of Famer.
Terry Bradshaw's 4 Super Bowls, right? That he
do it because I think.
Fluent, can we admit this, Fluent, since you're the older statesman? Can we admit that the things that guys did back in the day ain't the same as now? So, like, when a guy throws for 60,000, 70,000 yards, that's amazing because they throw him for 5,000 yards, 4,000 yards on a regular. Back then, if you had 30,000 yards, that was like outstanding back then in the 80s and 70s.
When it comes to the Hall of Fame, you have to compare what you did compared to your era. Yes, because you can't compare to anything else. Now, I will say this: for every person that I think shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame, there's guys who have done things at their position better than anyone else in the world. And since it's coming up in the chat, I'm going to, Devin Hester should be in the Hall of Fame. So there's also guys.
He'll get there, though. I promise you, Devin, to get there.
He had one of the best performances I've ever seen out of a player.
Have you ever seen a special teams player carry a team to a Super Bowl?
No,
No.
but again, you can't
And he
lie
did
about
that
it.
in his rookie
There's
season,
a lot of
which
people
is
that
even more crazy to look at.
Yeah, I will say though. I was gonna say I feel like they don't do that. Like, just like the two different like higher ups.
Well, they don't take specialty. You know, they always
He can't get him before Steve
you
Smith
can appreciate this.
Like,
You
come on, man.
Trent, you guys will
gotta
appreciate
wait.
this because of what your dad does. You hear everybody say there's 3 equal facets to the game.
Reggie Wayne's not in the Hall of Fame yet. He gotta wait.
But when it comes to the Hall of Fame, they don't look at it that way. They don't. They don't. And it's a shame because there's some guys that deserve to be in there. Man, you know, we had a kicker win an MVP. We had a kicker win an MVP.
But Fluid, you gotta wait. You cannot get in before Steve Smith or Reggie Wayne. It's too many people who are better at receiver and all around that you gotta wait. But Devin gotta wait. He gonna get in there, but you gotta wait.
Devin needs to get in as a.
Can't put Devin Hester in the Hall of Fame. He's Reggie Wayne.
He can't go in.
He's going in as a returner though. He's not going in as a
even though you're saying people
But
like
we talking about, but it's still you only have a certain amount of slots every year. Who we going in there before?
Hey, but no, I'm saying.
But hold on.
He's going to be the exception.
Hold on. Steve Smith as a receiver, and I love Steve Smith, but Steve Smith as a receiver isn't even on the same planet as Devin Hester as a returner.
How so? When he's top 10 in receiving yards.
Wait.
14,000 yards all time.
Devin Hester is 1.
How so?
Devin Hester is 1.
I saw someone in the chat just say that Devin Hester is crazy. You do realize that in Devin Hester's rookie season, he was tied for second in scoring on the Bears as a returner.
Thank you. That's why I said he carried a team to
But is that Devin Hester or is that the Bears just sucked on offense?
No, that's
He had Rex Gross as quarterback.
Okay.
And he also set the Seagulls good record for return touchdowns.
Wait. Part of that, hold on. The Bears, listen, Rex Grossman, I get it. They weren't great on offense, but they also, thanks to Devin Hester, didn't get to play much offense because he kept returning kicks for touchdowns.
True.
That's like two things. I'm saying I think he's going to be the exception to the rule because, bro, what he did, he's the GOAT returner. I ain't like probably damn near the GOAT special teams player. Like him, Matthew Slater. I think Matthew Slater should be.
Okay, so let's do.
I know he's not going to get the prop.
You know what?
Okay.
Hell no.
You know what gets Devin Hester in the Hall?
Matthew Slater in the Hall of Fame.
Devin Hester gets in the Hall of Fame for one reason and one reason alone. Even Dion said he's better at returning than me.
Yeah, whatever. Would you rather have
Dion
10 years of Devin Hester's kick returning?
Oh,
or
Steve
15 years of
Steve
Steve Smith? Or 15 years of Aqua Bowden?
Oh, for sure. No, I didn't say that.
10 years of Devin Hester.
I still say
Devin
Steve Smith.
Hester.
Oh, you're so
Devin
Yeah, you
Hester.
biased, Floyd. This is biased now.
And,
Devin
years of Devin Hester returning at that level, at his level, at
over a 15-year receiver who's gonna give you 14, 15
Yes.
yards? Oh,
Yes. Yes. Every time, 100 times. Absolutely.
Lord, you are so petty.
Yo, did they have to change the rules for Steve Smith? No. Did they change the rules because of Devin Hester? Yes.
Yeah.
That is a Hall of Famer.
That don't mean he's gonna get
That
in
is
there.
all
Again,
of
we both know he's gonna get in there. It took Drew Peterson like 40 years to get in the Hall of Fame. He's gonna have to wait though. There's a lot of guys in front of him that gotta go in there first. You can't have Devin Hester on the list as the finalist and make it over some of the best defensive players in the league and some of the best offensive
Yes, you
players
do,
in the league.
because
It's
it's-
a kick return.
Bro, he was the best returner to ever do it. If you're number one, you should
Bro,
be.
the teams were scared to kick it
Let
to
me ask
him.
one question. Let me ask one question. Because the premise of this is that each special team, defense, and offense are equal. We know that they're not, but they should be. That's what they say. So if they are equal, could you imagine a world where the best defensive player in the history of the world, so LT, that's Lawrence Taylor for you guys, LT wasn't in the Hall of Fame and you were like, well, hold on, you got to wait for the best receiver to get in before LT gets in? Would you ever say that?
No, because he was so monumental at defense, and he got 2 Super Bowls.
He's
He
one
was
of the greatest.
so monumental at defense that if he's competing against other defense, this is how it goes. We know this. It is offense, defense, and then special teams. That's how it really goes. Offense is important. Offense, defense, special teams. So you're not going to get in before a defensive and an offensive player if you're a special team specialist.
And my point was, remember the beginning of this statement, if it's equal, and they say it is, offense, defense, and special teams are equal, then Devin Hester should be in because you would never keep Tom Brady out of the Hall of Fame. You would never keep LT out of the Hall of Fame.
Right.
So how can you keep the
I
best
agree.
special teams player
They
out?
kept T.O. out for
Thank
2
you.
seasons.
Nah, Floyd is right though.
Devin
You
Hester
can't keep
got
bringing
away.
up. He's the greatest to ever do something at his position.
Y'all do
If he's
realize
the number one, you have to put him in, bro.
I watched this man return when I was a young kid. I used to remember teams were scared to kick it to him because they knew he would be able to score. They wouldn't kick it. They would do something else.
They kicked it to him at the Super Bowl. He took it to the crib, opening
play
of the
first
Super Bowl,
play of the
He's
Super
crazy.
Bowl against Peyton Manning and the Colts.
I ran every with him. I was running with him. I was up out of my seat, running with him. I was exhausted. But anyways, all right, let's stick in the AFC.
But not to mention he got retired in 2017. It's only been 6 years. You got to have 5 to even get in.
But he's been eligible for 2. No, he's the first ballot. He's first ballot. He's first ballot because he's the greatest at his position. He's the greatest ever at his position. That's first. That's what first ballot should be.
Hurley, if you can name me a better returner, punt returner, kick returner than what Devin Hester is,
you can't.
You can't.
No, you can't, and I understand that. All I'm saying is, I am not putting Devin Hester in the Hall of Fame.
Devaluing his position.
Devaluing what he did.
You know what? Early
or Reggie Wayne,
but Von Miller is first ballot.
I am telling Coach McGahee that you don't value special.
I was just about to say. I was like, hold on.
You're in big trouble.
You definitely don't value special teams, bro.
I gotta say something before. I gotta say something before we get off of here, because it bothers me when we had these conversations. Because
no, he wasn't, Michael. He couldn't catch a cold butt naked in the rain.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
He always got to violate. Don't he?
I'm sorry. Michael said he was a good receiver too. He wasn't a good receiver.
You always got to violate, though.
Wait. Trey, I'm going to let you get it off, but let me just say, when you say he wasn't a good receiver, I challenge you to go watch those Bears games, because Jay Cutler had him wide open and refused to throw it to him, and then admitted to the fact that he wouldn't throw it to him. So there is a very, very important piece. You know what? How do you know if you never threw him the ball? He was.
Devin has to drop.
I'm not saying he was great. I'm not saying he was great. What I'm saying is
actually play receiver. Did we forget Devin has to play corner in college?
Yeah, I'm not forgetting
that.
Yeah,
I know he played corner in college.
There were some check downs that Jay Cutler threw down on the ball, and you know what he would have done in space. You know what he would have done in space. And Jay Cutler refused to throw him the damn ball. So
should have made him Percy Harvin then.
I saw Devin Hester at Miami.
They should have put him at running back.
Trey, go ahead.
And his vision was so good. Put him at running back.
Time's up. Trey, yours.
Look, this is what I'm going to say, because to Fluent's point, we always talk about how it's 3 phases of the game. And also, if you look up the actual stats, when you start talking about the win percentages and how high they go up when you score special teams touchdowns or just non-offensive touchdowns in general, and how valuable that is. The fact that this man is the best player at his position and was so dominant that he was able to help keep a team that had damn near no offense afloat so they could get to a Super Bowl. And just to be able to score at that level, like, I don't think people realize how hard it is to score a special teams touchdown. That's why they don't happen often. That's why they're so exciting. And he did it more than anybody else. He's the number one guy to ever do it. So if you're the number one guy at your position, yeah, when it's time for you to go in the hall, there shouldn't be much pushback. The only reason there's pushback is because he's a special teams player and people don't care about special teams.
I ain't gonna lie. To piggyback off that, I know we talk about Devin Hester, but I ain't gonna lie, Matthew Slater's a Hall of Famer. Especially
Matthew Slater is definitely a Hall of Famer.
If you actually look at his accolades that he's actually achieved as a special teams player, he's like a 10-time Pro Bowler, a 3-time All-Pro, and I think he's been to All-Pro multiple times.
Pro Bowl 10 times?
Yes.
How many times Devin Hester go to Pro Bowl?
Huh?
Matthew Slater in before Devin Hester.
That's what I'm saying, though. If we're really saying that special team is equal, which I agree, I think Devin Hester and Matthew Slater for sure meet that for sure. Like, they're for sure special team Hall of Famers. Like, that shouldn't be a question. Like, bro, he been doing this for and at least he's a 3-time Super Bowl champion. Shit, like, he got the rings with it too. Just saying.
I want to stay in AFC, even though Devin Hester was NFC, but we were talking about Bill Belichick. Anthony Richards, AR-15.
Yeah.
out for the season. Are you surprised because of the way that he plays that he's already out for the season? Is this just another? Is this? This is where I really want to ask, because the run first quarterback seems to be hurt more than they're on the field. Do you think the NFL is going to start not doing this anymore? Are they going to look for more traditional quarterbacks? Or is this just a small set?
I think this is about to be a new league. I think it's about to be a lot of mobile quarterbacks that really can throw the ball. Was going to be in the league. So I think the whole pocket passer, 5-step drag by quarterbacks is done with. But AR, bro, it's just that it sucks because when you first saw him got hurt, everybody was saying, bro, slide, and he's not sliding.
Dog, slide.
When it finally got hit, he really messed up his shoulder. Now he out for the year, and he was playing really well. Like he was playing really, like he could have been rookie of the year type, like playing well.
It's because he's so big, man. You think he Cam Newton? Like he's just so big, he can run everybody over.
Does he have the Cam Newton shoulder injury already?
No.
Yeah, that's what he has surgery on. His shoulders.
No. It's a different
joint.
Yeah, it's a whole different thing. So this is what I'll say about the AR situation. One, he need to slide, like point blank period. Like I get it. Like obviously I watched him at Florida. That was a thing there. Like I get it. You're super dynamic with the ball in your hands, but hey, learn when to give up. Also, I will say this: the hit that he took, it wasn't one of those situations where he tried to run over somebody. Like he got down, and it just happened the way he got hit. It was just unlucky. Like, unfortunately, when you play football, sometimes you get hurt. That's just what it is. But I'll say.
Okay, hold on. Stop there for a second. When you say stuff like that, though, there's some context though that you're missing. Like it's football and you're going to get hurt, but we see the guys who don't slide, who play a certain way, the Lamar Jacksons, the Cam Newtons, the RG3s, those guys seem Justin Fields. Those guys seem to a lot more. No, but I mean the style of play. Those quarterbacks seem to get hurt a lot more. They seem to get hurt a lot more than the non-mobile quarterbacks. So are they trying to fit a square peg into a round hole, like constantly trying to get these guys who are run first? And maybe they shouldn't.
No.
Meanwhile, Fluent, the defense is getting faster and stronger every year, though.
Well, there you go.
Well, this is the thing.
Because no one wants to play running back anymore.
And that point that Early made is the exact reason why you will see more of these guys instead of less. Because at the end of the day, having a pocket quarterback or having a statue back there,
I'm not saying a statue. I'm saying like, okay, I don't want. Okay, Patrick.
Aaron Rodgers.
But there's the Aaron Rodgers. There's those guys who are pocket passers. I say in air quotes, but are still mobile enough. You're right. They have some escapability. Versus, okay, yes, the statue guy is gone. Right, the Drew Bledsoe that's just gonna stand there and get smoked. Yeah, those guys are gone. But like, did they go too far to the other way?
I don't think it's too far, because the other part about, I think the part about AR that got people excited, it wasn't just, oh, well, he's a runner. It was also the fact that there were flashes of him being really, really good as a passer.
I agree.
And people weren't ready for that. Like that was the excitement that was buzzing around him. It wasn't just, oh yeah, this dude's dynamic with the ball in his hands. It's like, oh, we were told he's basically like, oh, okay, he's
like Cam Newton.
He's dollar store brand Cam Newton, and he comes out and he's throwing dimes already. When we were told, oh well, he's not going to be able to throw the ball in this fashion until later on into the beginning of his formative years as a football player. And he came out the gate delivering, and people were like, oh, this is nice. This is fun. And you add the run into it, and it's like, oh, this is entertaining. But like I said, sometimes you play this game, you get hurt. What I will say specifically with the Colts that I've said amongst like other people and just in general, I feel like the organization misplayed this, because the original plan, or at the very least what was presented to everybody, was part of the reason why you take a guy AR is because you're going to pair him with Jonathan Taylor. And truth be told, you're going to let Jonathan Taylor take a majority of those hits.
Right. Have him run the ball, then run play action, then run AR-15 off of
We'll still have the main focal point be Jonathan Taylor, but we'll have the added dimension of AR so we can kind of sprinkle that in and kind of move it in slowly and kind of ease him into the league. And because they decided to play chicken with freaking Jonathan Taylor in his contract, now you've put the entirety of the offense on him because there was no backup running back. You started the season with Deion Jackson and freaking Evan Hull because Zach Moss broke his arm in the preseason or whatever. And then Zach Moss comes and he performs well, but he's still not Jonathan Taylor. You're still not going to you're going to run him because you have to, but nobody is scared when they go into a game and say, damn, we got to deal with Zach Moss today. No, when people lined up this year for the Colts, it was, hey, make sure number 5 does not have a field day against us.
Is it the curse of the Colts?
No, I think it's just unfortunate. Sometimes you just have bad luck. And I think honestly, this is a situation where I think y'all played it poorly. And to your point earlier, where you were talking,
you should have paid Jonathan Taylor earlier, bringing your rookie quarterback in. That's what it is.
And what
have been paid him.
And what I'm saying is this: to your point earlier, where you talked about the accumulation of hits that you take over time, the combination of him not sliding, just his regular style of play, him being young, and then him having to shoulder all of the offense, basically the run and the pass, because they were busy having a stupid fight with Jonathan Taylor over his contract. Well, unfortunately, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And this is the prize that you got. So hopefully going forward, we take care of Jonathan Taylor's body, make sure he's healthy. Let's go ahead and get some more pieces on the offensive line, maybe get another receiver, and then ease AR back into the situation. And hopefully we don't make the same mistake again on all parts.
All right. I want to do something because I believe in something, but I'm gonna let you guys tell me, and I'm just gonna count along as you do this. So let's start early. Give me your top 10 quarterbacks.
Oh, okay. I did it earlier. So I had Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Tua, Lamar, Jalen Hurts, Jared Goff, Matthew Stafford, Jared Goff, Brock Purdy, and then Trevor Lawrence.
Okay. So of those 10, how many would you say are run first quarterbacks?
I'm gonna say not as much no more, but coming to the league.
Patrick Mahomes, no, right? Patrick Mahomes, would you say Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow?
Josh Allen. So Patrick Mahomes, no. Josh Allen, no. Joe Burrow, no. Josh Allen, no. Tua, no. Lamar Jackson, yes. Jalen Hurts, yes. Number 7 is Matthew Stafford, no. Jared Goff, no. Number 9 is Brock Purdy, no. And then Trevor Lawrence, no. So two out of the 10.
2 out of the 10.
Yeah.
Trey, give me your top 10.
I would probably say Mahomes, Burrow, Lamar, Herbert, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, Matthew Stafford, Trevor Lawrence. Who else? Who else would be in that?
You said Justin Herbert already.
Yeah, I said Justin Herbert. I'm trying to think, who else am I missing right here? Did I already say Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah, you said Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
Get your computer in front of you, man.
Oh, I'm definitely looking through right now. I'd probably say what? I guess you got to go what? Dak Prescott and Jared Goff.
Okay, so similar list, and so we're in the chat. I'm seeing, and actually, Wally, give me your 10 first.
All right, this is in no order.
Yeah.
Tua, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Brock Purdy, Jared Goff, Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, Kirk Cousins, CJ Stroud.
CJ Stroud.
Yeah,
I think
at the 6 games, and I like
the way he's playing right. He's at this. I think he at the point.
I know
at this
Floyd
point he's playing in the
these
season.
youngsters.
Look, I'm not mad at him saying that, and the only reason why is this: one, the QB play overall has not been great this year, and if folks were able to throw up Trevor Lawrence into the top 10 after 8 games last year, then to hell, why not?
Hasn't he played 2 seasons though?
Yeah, and they weren't good, but people just ignored it because he had Urban Meyer for that first year. So,
well, he kind of does
pretty bad
for having Urban Meyer, no?
That was pretty bad. He was stepping on players, man. He was kicking players in the stomach.
Okay, so of all of your lists, depending on who you call run first, I think everyone agrees Lamar Jackson. You'll have people argue about Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen. But there's typically, so most of you have 2 or 3 run first QBs. Most of you only even have 5 that are actually mobile, that you would consider mobile quarterbacks. So when I say the running QB is not a thing, if 70% of the QBs in your top 10, I guarantee you it falls to the top 22, aren't those guys, then why do you think it's going in that direction, which it doesn't seem to be successful? How many of those guys get to the Super Bowl? How many of those guys win a Super Bowl?
If I'm being frank, Fluid, I truly believe that the league is starting to have more and more black quarterbacks. And just to be honest, most black quarterbacks can run a little bit, whether it's Caleb Williams or it's Michael Penix coming to the league. Like, most black quarterbacks can run. So I think because the league is becoming so dominantly black, even at the quarterback position, it's just bound to be more quarterbacks that can move with their feet.
You never met Warren Moon.
Mr. Sit in the pocket. Mr. Sit in the pocket.
No, okay. But is that a recipe for success?
Yes.
Yes?
I think so, because I think like we said, the game has evolved over time, as we obviously could tell. And I think something I noticed after watching the game is that I noticed that the big game has become less passing and more quarterbacks in the position trying to move the ball with their feet. And I think I've seen that especially with Lamar Jackson, one of them. And then also I could say the receivers, if they can have a QB that can scramble and that is able to get away from the pressure, it helps them. So I think if you have that combination, it can lead you to success. And I think teams can win Super Bowls more now if they have quarterbacks who are able to run.
I'm not saying mobile, because Patrick Mahomes is a mobile quarterback. So we've seen, but I think I don't want to use him for any justification, because he is
I agree.
Rule. Right, like I
that's Tom Brady, Eli,
Fluent. I'm gonna say this, Fluent. You never seen a quarterback that won a Super Bowl whose main attribute is running the football.
That's
and that's why I sat there and said, like, you have to have the full package, and that's what makes Mahomes one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. So, like I sat there and said, I heard y'all list off your top 10 quarterbacks, and to sit there and have I love this game so much. I love this game so much, bro. I just won't disrespect the game like that. Putting guys like Lamar Jackson over guys like Herbert, Burrow, Josh Allen, it's disrespecting the game.
Bro, you want to know why Lamar Jackson's in my top 10 right now? His aerial output right now has dipped because his receiving core is shaky in my eyes. But the Ravens aren't for a top 4-2 and leading the AFC North without him. Even in this more style of a traditional offense that they play, he leads all QBs in rushing yards out of the gate. He's playing at an exceptional level. I think he is a top 10 quarterback as of right now into week 7. If he has a bad game and he starts to perform bad, that might change. But what I'm seeing in Lamar right now, he's playing at a solid, consistent level. I just don't understand why you think Lamar is a bad player.
Or why you think
Hold on. Let me say this real quick. See, when you mention Lamar Jackson, you only mention rushing. Like we understand he's a phenomenal runner, but the reason why I don't have
Just running one
the reason
time.
why the reason why I don't have him, the reason why I don't have Lamar Jackson in the top 5 is because there's 5 other quarterbacks that has the full package and they're way better passers than him, bro. It's simple. So that's fine. You mentioned the stats with Lamar Jackson. Nobody's not taking away. Like he is a serviceable quarterback unless he want to be able to get that money. He won't be able to be a starter quarterback, right? So what I'm saying is this: is that to sit there and put him over lights like Herbert, Burrow, Allen. I mean, it's just
But what
crazy
has
to me,
Herbert
man.
done, Mook, for you
Hey,
to say he's
wait,
better than Lamar?
early.
Well, early. It's all about
Early.
putting on the tape and watching with your two
To
little
be
eyes.
clear, I don't have him over
No,
Justin
I think you just
Herbert.
like the way he looks, man.
Wait, hold on.
He's the-
Let me get on this because again, I have a bone to pick with you because again, you ducked smoke and then you showed up when everybody else left. Yeah, okay. And you showed up just because you heard somebody mention Lamar's name. I didn't mention in any order.
You said in order, right?
No, I didn't.
Nobody did it in
None
order.
of
Herbert
mine
ain't
is
even in my
order.
top 10, Mook.
If you
You
said,
got triggered.
all right,
You
all right.
heard his name.
We were just
Hold on.
giving names.
I thought you said in order. My bad, bro. My bad, bro.
You brought your silly ass up here, so now I'm finna talk to you.
Hey, bro, you ain't gotta disrespect me, bro. I'm
Don't
coming
need
with
to be
respect,
rude.
bro, my nigga. Like you ain't gotta
Let's
disrespect
be
me.
nice.
Now you being silly because you should have pulled up earlier.
I'm just like you disrespecting me, bro. I'm just trying to have a reasonable conversation, bro.
Okay, fine. Then let's have a reasonable conversation. Then you pull it up because you heard Lamar's name being mentioned in the top 10 quarterbacks, and then trying to act like it's some.
No, you mentioned him third. I was like, oh.
So you did pull up because you thought he had him third.
No. I actually pulled up to address the topic.
Okay.
Yeah, because I didn't. My mic.
because
I was having some.
You're having internet issues. He's
Yeah,
having.
I was having some technical difficulties.
Okay.
This the thing too, right? This the thing
Oh, I
too.
like this man.
This the thing too, right? About Justin Herbert, right? We understand that Justin Herbert played bad. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I quite frankly never seen him play this bad. I mean, the amount of throws that he was missing. I mean,
I can name a couple games.
to his standard, he didn't play well, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this is what I can admit to that. I'm not like y'all who sit there and blame receivers dropping passes, blame the coordinators, blame the weapons that a particular player has because a player didn't play well, right? I'm gonna sit there and say that Justin Herbert played bad, right? But this is my problem. This is my problem, and this is the problem with not just people on gridiron, not just people, it's just the whole football discourse. See, when Herbert has an off game, when Herbert doesn't get it done, you know what I'm saying? It's like everybody just blood pressure get up and they want to continue to attack and continue to, like I said there and said, slander Justin Herbert name, but quarterbacks that y'all have above him, y'all don't give them the same smoke.
We do that.
Hold on, early. Be quiet, man. Be quiet. Just pipe down. You've been talking a lot. So what I'm saying, hold on. What I'm saying is this. I could have easily came up here and made an excuse and sit there and say, you know what, Justin Herbert was concussed because after that helmet hit, he was never the same goddamn.
Come on the game.
I can sit there and say that I can sit there and say that left finger really hindered him from making great passes. I can sit there and say that the offensive line for the LA Chargers has been terrible in the fourth quarter in 2 minutes, which is true. They've been one of the worst offensive lines in the league in 2-minute situations. I can sit there and say that the only receiver outside of Keenan Allen, the only receiver that was getting separation was Keenan Allen. Outside of that, not many receivers was getting separation. He was getting pressured damn near 18 to 20 times. I can sit there and say all of that, but you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna sit there and say, you know what? Justin Herbert just didn't play better because I think Justin Herbert and Patrick Mahomes are in the same tier. I think Justin Herbert is a top 2 quarterback in the NFL. So what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is this is that I expect more for Justin Herbert. And like I said there and said, he didn't play well. It shocked me. I was very, very upset how bad he played on national television game. I know he could play better, but you know why I know that he's a top 2 quarterback? It's because the standard that y'all hold against this man. Justin Herbert is in a situation where he has to be perfect in order for his team to win games because he has an incompetent defense. He has a terrible O-line. The running game is nowhere to be found as well. Also, Edgar is a guy that catch out the backfield, running between the tackles is not his go-to, right? So, and then outside of that, his receivers is banged up, and only serviceable receiver that he has. So, like I said that's the only thing he's good at. Running between the tackle, that's not his forte. So what I'm saying is this is that
his forte. You mean forte?
Forte, whatever. What I'm saying is this, right? Justin Herbert is in a situation that Burrow, Allen, Lamar, Mahomes can throw interceptions, and that's not going to hinder their team because they have an elite level defense. The Chargers is one of the worst defense. They've been the worst defense with Brandon Staley. Brandon Staley has all this talent and still not able to make that defense be better than what they were last year's and the previous years as well. So like I said, Herbert is in this situation where he has to be perfect to win games. And when he doesn't be perfect, right, he loses the game. And like we saw against the Dolphins in the 2-minute situation, he got sacked and lost the game. Against the Titans, he got sacked in the goal line. If he would have threw a touchdown, they wouldn't even went to overtime as well. And against the Cowboys, he got pressure up in his face and made it Levi's throw and got picked off. He's in a situation where he has to be perfect.
Tua doesn't have a good defense either, though.
So what I'm saying is this: Burrow can stink it up. Bro, Herbert's played way better than Burrow this whole season.
And we've slandered.
I never hear the slander that Joe Burrow got compared to what Herbert got on Monday night.
Wow. So you're lying again.
Okay, so did you see people on ESPN sit there and question Justin Herbert contract? Did they ever question Joe Burrow contract?
Yes, I've seen multiple people question it.
No.
But he got to a Super Bowl, so it's less.
They were saying the same thing about Lamar.
People were sitting there saying that Justin Herbert, they was questioning Justin Herbert contract after one
he's 27.
Give me name. Wait. You're saying people who? Give me names. Name me
the
people
ESPN
who were saying.
Analyst. The
name me the analyst. I want names.
Bro, I don't got time. Bro, I don't got time to give you the exact names. Bro. I'm not a snitch.
That's all you have. That's all you have.
Because you can't say that, and then you can't give the evidence.
So what I'm saying is this, ladies and gentlemen, right? I could have did all of that, Trey. I could have sit there and say he was concussed. Because I really think Justin Herbert was really, really concussed. But you know what? I'm gonna sit there and keep the same energy. He played like as Justin Herbert did not play to a standard. The passes that he missed, it was shocking to me that he missed them. And if he would have played better than what he did, I believe the goddamn Chargers would have won that goddamn game. It's simple as that. So like I sat there and said, Justin Herbert has a chance to have a bounce back games against the Chiefs this week, which I think he would, right? And everybody just, slandering him, throwing him under the dirt. Like I sat there and said, bro, you can do that. But also you got to understand that he is in that situation where he has to be almost perfect to win the goddamn game. If he don't, his team lose. You can't name me one other quarterback that's in this situation where they almost have to be perfect for their team to win games. You can't name no other quarterback in the league to do that. You can't.
That's false.
Name me another quarterback.
I can give you 5.
I was about to say.
Okay, name me.
Name 5.
I can give you one that's real easy.
No, Wiley, go 5. Go.
Give me 5. Okay, so off the top of my head, I'm gonna go through a list. They got to play perfect, right?
Yeah,
I think,
and if they don't play almost near perfect, they lose the game.
Okay. Lamar Jackson's one. He's got to play perfect or they lose the game.
That's not true. That's not true.
Yes, he is. If he does play,
no. That's not true.
Hold on, go through the list.
Okay, Lamar Jackson. I would say if Dak's not on his A game, they lose. Actually, I'm trying to go through a list. Kirk Cousins, if he's not on his A game and plays perfect games, they lose. But that's
definitely.
I'm trying to think of Joe Burrow because right now with the Bengals, so that's 4.
Joe was not.
And then Joe Burrow, and then let's actually, yeah, one that's gonna have to throw Trevor Lawrence. If he doesn't play perfect, they lose 2.
All right, now, let me debunk everything you said, Mr. Willie Graham. Right. First of all, let's start. I'm just go by your list. Lamar, that's not true. He didn't play perfect against the Texans. He didn't play perfect against the He didn't play perfect against the Titans last week as well. They still able to win the game. The second half, that was a disaster performance, and he overthrew a receiver throwing a curl route and throw an interception. So, number one, that's not true. I've seen Lamar Jackson play terrible and still able to win games. That's not true. Number two, you said Joe Burrow. Bro, Joe Burrow has literally played mediocre in the postseason, and this team's still able to win games. He hasn't been perfect, bro. There's times where I've seen Joe Burrow didn't play too well against the goddamn Rams, and they still able to win a game despite of him not playing perfect, despite him not being on his A game. That's number two. Number three, who else you name? I'm just going to tackle right there.
Go Kirk Cousins. Lie about Kirk that. And say that they're going to win a game without him playing perfect. Lie. I want you to.
If Kirk Cousins does not play, yes, Kirk Cousins. I said
we mean
Trevor Lawrence
or just this year.
I think we're talking just this year.
I'm talking about overall. You said Kirk Cousins, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he got to play perfect. He got to score every drive.
I've seen times where Kirk Cousins has mediocre games, especially in the playoffs against my New Orleans Saints, and still able to win games. I've seen.
And you know how that we lost that game? You know how we lost that game, Mookie? Stephon Diggs.
No,
Kirk Cousins threw a pass in the Minneapolis Miracle. I don't want to hear that.
That was Case Keenum. That was Case Keenum. That's Case Keenum. That's Case Keenum. That's not Kirk didn't play in that game.
Did Justin Herbert play perfect against the Raiders this year?
Yes.
No, he didn't.
He played good.
That game was awful. The game I just played was awful. He was awful.
No. In the Cowboys, he played. Didn't play.
No, the game before that was Oakland. Y'all beat them by 7 points. He played awful.
No, he didn't. See, this is why I know you didn't watch the fucking game. See, earlier you just be talking, bro.
Against the Raiders.
You believe he played perfect against the Raiders?
Okay. He played great. He played great against the Raiders.
No, you said he has to play perfect to win.
I said he has to be near perfect to win. I'm talking about great to near perfect.
It's 13 for 24, 167 yards perfect, Mook. One touchdown, 2 picks. Is that 34.2% completion? You don't watch the game.
Hold on, early. See, this is why you just pulled up the stats, and you can easily anybody can easily.
I watched that game. I know he didn't play perfect.
You didn't watch the game. Okay, so this is why I can tell you didn't watch the game, because every time when Herbert would get into the red zone and score, he would score touchdowns, and
he threw for 1 touchdown and 1 interception.
He threw for 1 touchdown.
1 touchdown and 1 interception.
And he rushed for 1 touchdown.
13 for 124 and 167 yards. Mook, in a game where he played the whole game. What are you talking about? How's that perfect?
You just reading stats, bro.
Right,
no, I'm giving you the points that I'm trying to say. You're saying that Justin Herbert has to play perfect, right? Or the team loses.
Ain't no way you're going to tell me 30, 24, 100.
That Raiders game that he just said.
You just reading stats. You just reading stats.
I watched
because I watched the film. I know what I'm talking about.
Hold on.
He did not play a great game.
Bro, this is what I'm saying. This is why you just reading stats. If you look at Justin Herbert, first of all, that game that he played against the Raiders, he played good. He played great in that game. Like I said, they don't win that game if you don't make that 50-yard bomb to Palmer. They don't win that game if you don't have that rushing touchdown as well. They don't win that game if you didn't play well.
But how many times have you killed Lamar Jackson for going 13 of 24 for 170 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 picks, and rushing touchdowns, and say, "Oh, that was mid"?
No, but what I'm saying is this: if you watch the game, Justin Herbert played great in that game. The stats doesn't prove it because they was not throwing the football as that much, bro.
He still missed 11 targets.
He couldn't throw it because he was only completing like 50% of his passes. Why would you throw it?
About.
Yeah,
and on top of that, in the second half, he fucked up his goddamn hand and fucked up the whole motion of the goddamn.
See, now you're moving to go.
Now you're trying to play
no. But what I'm saying is this: is that Herbert has to be perfect in fourth quarter situations, in third quarter situations, even in the second half for his team to win the game.
Yes, if you want to call,
and I just gave you 5 other quarterbacks who in the exact same situation have to play perfect or they lose.
If you want to call him great, if you want to call him great, hold on. If you want to call him great and a top 2 quarterback, yes, he needs to be perfect in the fourth quarter and win games. All right, we got some
yes.
And then we'll get back to it, Mookie. We got to pay some bills. 4 foreign topics. Yes, did I say that right? Do you guys think Jalen and Lamar's troubles are attributed to or somewhat linked to the RPO rule implemented this year, i.e. the black QB rule? It's a black.
Big fan of the RPO.
I mean, that's
why y'all always doing that shit,
that's
bro?
kind of what it was. I don't like that rule, but also it's not just the black QB rule because they kind of screwed over the 49ers whole outside zone game with that rule, turning that motion where you have the running back cross the face as an illegal forward pass. There was no real reason to do that. Like, it really wasn't.
Why did they do that?
Because they being petty. They got time.
Someone in the explain what the rule is for the chat. People who don't understand.
Let me say something right quick. Hey, Early, it's quite funny how Early sit there and say that Brock Purdy had a great game against the.
No, I never said he had a great game. I said he did his job.
But you sit there and say that Justin Herbert had a bad game. You're inconsistent.
I ain't said a great game.
He didn't say he had a great game.
Trey, can you? The chat is asking. I'm just asking you. Anybody else can do it. What the rule is? But since you brought it up.
So basically, the rule is that now the motion of the quarterback taking the snap and the shotgun and the running back crossing in front of the quarterback's face at the mesh point is now considered an illegal forward pass. So now if they're going to hand the ball off in that way, they'd either have to turn around and the running back will have to go behind them, or the running back would have to be offset at the hip and they'd have to turn basically.
So the one, but we're talking about the one where they just leave it in front of them and
literally they take
the hand off. What about the ones where they used to just flick it, just like throw it up? That one.
The pop pass you can still do. It's the actual
handoff one.
Yeah, it's the actual handoff that's now illegal. But there was no need for that.
Yeah, I like those plays. That's helpful. Okay.
That's why I like CJ Stroud game. CJ Stroud don't use RPOs.
What happened was somebody on the defensive side probably was complaining because every year when they go to these rules meetings, it just gets harder and harder for guys to play defense. So somebody probably was like,
they wouldn't allow them to hit both of them. Like they wanted to hit both at the same time, so that way they can prevent that. But they won't allow that. You can't do that and then hit the quarterback, and you think the quarterback might have it. You get in trouble. So it's like that's not fair. If you're gonna pass it to him,
you're gonna do that.
We should hit everybody.
I blow up the play and I hit the quarterback. I get a roughing the passer because he's
exactly.
So now they're like, okay, cool.
Just like with pitches.
Let's throw the defense a bone. That's essentially what happened.
And I'm sure it was under the guise of protecting the players.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Brian Laguerre. Michigan is the first team since 1936 to win its first 7 games, averaging 30 plus, while not allowing more than 7 points per game.
Yeah, Michigan has been doing that.
7 points or more? No,
they have not allowed 7 points or more in their last games, and it's pretty crazy. I think this.
This ain't college football.
That's still.
I'll answer this question really quick. We move on. I think Michigan right now is playing at a very impressive level. JJ McCarthy and what Jim Harbaugh is doing with that offense is very impressive. I think they're going to win out, and it's going to set up a big game against Ohio State in November. That's going to determine a lot for the playoff. But I think this Michigan team, they're ready and they're very, very aggressive. And it's really
Jim Harbaugh not winning a national championship. Okay. What if scenario? Sorry, Michigan fans. Angie Carr, what if scenario? Ed Reed with Brady and Belichick.
They still win 7 Super Bowls. I mean, 4 or 5 Super Bowls.
You don't think they win that one? You don't think they win those 2 against the Giants?
Yeah. No, I think that catch with Devin Tyree was just amazing.
Eli Manning.
Early Tom Brady, your goat.
Eli Manning ain't completing that pass to David Tyree off the helmet because Ed Reed's
my goat.
Yeah, Tom Brady's the goat. He's not my goat. He's the goat.
Thank you.
He ain't the goat. Stop it.
Who's the goat?
No.
Oh, of quarterbacks. Oh, okay.
He's the GOAT of accolades.
Of quarterbacks.
Oh my God. Anyway.
Oh my God. We're not doing this.
He's not the best quarterback I've seen.
That's what I'm asking. Who's the GOAT?
He's not the GOAT of football.
The GOAT of quarterbacks, the best quarterback I've seen is personally Drew Brees.
Oh my God.
I knew it.
I'm a Saints fan.
Ridiculous to say.
God, that's crazy.
All right, Drake.
That's what I've seen.
I respect Drew too.
Drink more water.
Drew definitely top 5 all time.
Who's the GOAT? Who's the GOAT slot receiver of all time? Slot receivers don't get enough love.
Yeah.
Cooper Cup.
Cooper Cup.
No.
I'm playing.
Maybe Wes Welker.
Yeah, I was thinking of Wes Walker.
Maybe
Not
Wes-
Julian Edelman.
No.
Didn't Jerry
No.
Rice play
Julian low-key play outside a lot of times.
Yo, Wes Walker was a dog. I ain't gonna lie.
Wes Walker got a lot of slot receivers paid. Know that.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
He got Danny Amendola paid.
I remember Danny Amendola played with the. Didn't he play with the Rams?
Yes, he started out with the Rams.
Did you say
Yeah.
Are we just giving it to Wes Welker? No one else in the conversation?
I'm trying to go back in old times, but I'm trying to think of a corner receiver that was slot. I don't know. Can't think of anybody else that was always slot because Wes would never play outside.
Was Jerry Rice a slot receiver? Or am I crazy?
No, we're not putting.
No. Jerry Rice was an outside receiver. He played all over the place though, but he was outside receiver.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I don't think you're.
If you want to talk about a guy that played like a lot in the slot, the first guy you could probably go top 10 all time on receiving yards, maybe a Steve Smith type. But even
but Steve Smith, I'm a lot outside.
He played outside, so
maybe Andre Rison played good out. It's like I don't know. Yeah, I think Wes Welker was the first one I seen where he dominated the slot and he was putting up crazy numbers. 100 yard, 1,200 yard, 13.
Hold on. Did Steve Largent play in the slot?
Nah, he was outside.
He played outside.
Steve was giving you work outside.
I think in today's game he'll be in the slot.
Nah, Steve was like 6'1" though. He wasn't a little guy.
Yeah, but he could play in the slot.
How about let me throw out some names. Wayne Corbett.
Wow.
Ooh, Wayne Corbett. Wow.
Talk about a blast from the past. Wow.
Yeah, it's Wes Walker. Let's move on.
It's Wes Welker. It's pretty easy. Okay. It was Wes Welker. We all agree. Drink more water again. So are some defensive players primarily from the 2010 that won't be remembered? I think Casey Hayward has quietly been an elite corner for his era. So
who?
I think
Casey Hayward.
Casey Hayward has been an elite corner for his era. Chris Harris was another one that was good for a long time.
Chris Harris was another one to keep to lead.
Keep to lead, yeah.
I think Patrick Peterson, being as good as he is for so long, I think we kind of overlook him too nowadays. But he was good for a long time. Who else? Who has been good for a long time?
Players from the 2010 out. Oh, they put one in the chat. Navarro Bowman. He's definitely another forgotten thing.
Good one.
Oh yeah. What about what's that Nick?
I don't forget the ball from the lane.
What's this guy? Nick Smith? What's the guy? Damn. I think it's Nick. What's that D tackle for the 49ers, bro, in 2011, bro? He made a Pro Bowl. I forgot his man's name. Justin Smith.
Oh,
yeah, that played for the Bengals.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, he originally played.
Oh yeah, he played for the Bengals.
Played for the Bengals originally, then went to the 49ers, and he paired with Aldon Smith, and they called him the Smith brothers back then.
I'm gonna tell you one that people will forget, and I know him because he played for my team. Man, for a couple years, about 5 years, John Beeson was that guy. He was neck and neck with Patrick Peterson for a couple years, man.
Oh,
John Beeson was so nasty.
Yeah, the conversation.
Oh, Brian Urlacher too.
Everybody know Brian Urlacher. We talking about forgetting. No, everybody know Brian.
No, forget. How about Lance Briggs?
Oh, that's a fact.
Nah, and Lance.
That's a fact.
Remember.
Bam Briggs.
You think people remember Lance Briggs? Desert Storm.
Yeah. I think
Lance
because he
Briggs,
played along.
Storm.
Him and Brian Urlacher were a dominant linebacker.
Yeah, I agree. I'm glad no one forgets him. Some people just messaged me and said, "Don't forget Eric Decker and Larry Fitz played a lot of slot." Do you consider him slot or no?
No, he was outside.
Larry was
that boy was the fade merchant. Boy, he knew how to catch a fade ball.
Ooh.
I think another one too that we overlooked from the 2010s, late 2000s, man, Bob Sanders. Woo!
No, we forget Bob Sanders because he never played. When he played, he was ridiculous, but he was always
ridiculous. He was the defensive player of the year in a league with Ed Reed, Troy Polamalu. Like, he was that for like 3 years.
Yeah, no, he does.
Yeah, that's no lie. Yeah, that's drink more water with it. Drink more water with
another one. another one.
What makes Stroud better than Trevor Lawrence? That's for you, Wally Coyote.
I think looking at from the way they've, and keep in mind, this is just what I have based.
You're already stuttering.
Yeah.
But
I'm not gonna lie, Trevor got to play this good this year all year.
No, go ahead.
He on fraud watch.
I think
stop it.
He on fraud watch.
I think he's still.
You believe in Trevor Lawrence, Mook?
Hold on, let him answer the question.
The only thing is, I don't think Trevor has had his massive breakout game yet. I still think I'm looking for that for him.
That's
this
what
season.
Thank you. That's what I'm.
What I've seen with CJ Stroud is he's played out. He's one of the best rookies that's come out of this draft class so far. He's playing at a far more exceptional level, and he's doing it with a Texans team that a lot of people.
His game?
Say that again.
Break down what makes him better.
Like you want specific. Like I think.
I don't want to hear stats. It's just break down his game because you're going off the narrative.
I think as a passer,
outplayed him head to head.
I think looking at.
I think he got better awareness in the pocket.
If I'm judging them all overall as a better player and quarterback, I think CJ Stroud, as of right now, is a better quarterback than Trevor Lawrence because of the way he's been playing. His passing is better. He's been more accurate. He's able to get the ball field. If we watch how he played in the Saints game, he was cooking our center cornerbacks and defensive players, and he was getting the ball and scoring on great plays, and he was under pressure, and I think that has really helped him,
not really,
especially in multiple situations. So
Right,
I find.
Let me ask you this.
You didn't break it down, man. Listen,
certain member of the PC family who said Trevor Lawrence is a generational talent. Did he overstate how good he was?
Bro. That's the thing too. CJ is really good. I mean, listen, his accuracy is like his best part of his game. And his ability to make throws in his composure. He can go through his reads pretty quickly, which I like, especially when he dropped back in the pocket. He's still smart enough to say when the first read is not there, just look at the second read, just scan the field. That's the one thing I like about his game. But to be honest, bro, when I look at that Texans team, like they might not have the talented wide receivers, but the way that the offensive line is playing and the way that they literally just have guys where they really protect them in the backfield so he can have time in the pocket and go through all his progressions is helping his game, is enhancing his game even further. So when I'm looking at
that Texas O-line is pretty damn good, man.
Yeah, it's really good.
I wouldn't even say that they're that good. I think the biggest thing is that offensive staff throughout the course of the year has done a great job of making sure that offense is balanced and that they stay committed to the run. And also when they do let him have to go back, it's never a situation like it is where you see
play is washed.
Huh?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm watching the Warriors game.
It's never a situation where you see like in Carolina where it's a lot of 5-man protection and they're just kind of leaving their rookie quarterback like, hey, bud, you're smart, so you're just gonna have to figure this out.
Yeah.
They go out there and it's 6, 7, and sometimes protections. So because of that, he does have more time to get through his progressions. But my biggest thing, which is why
Bryce Young makes terrible reads too, man.
That's another conversation for another day. But my thing between CJ and Trevor is if you're talking about who's the more physically talented football player, it's not Trevor Lawrence. But the thing about CJ is CJ coming out of college was much more of a polished prospect than Trevor ever was. Like Trevor was a lot closer to Justin in terms of his mechanics and the stuff that he had to clean up from college than people like to admit. They just went with the narrative of one guy is a project and the other guy is the greatest prospect since Andrew Luck, when the reality is they're both kind of somewhere in the middle. But no, I don't think anybody overrated necessarily Trevor Lawrence. I think this year he's had games where he's been extremely accurate and guys drop passes. like we got on other quarterbacks, and I've said this a million times. Like, I get it. We like to hold certain quarterbacks to certain standards because people get up here and talk crazy. But the reality is like, if I throw you an accurate pass and you drop the ball,
that ain't my fault. That's your fault.
That's not my fault.
That's a you problem.
I did my problem. So Trevor Lawrence has been good. It's just that he's not.
Yeah, I still would take Trevor Lawrence until right now CJ Stroud has been better.
He ain't showed me enough yet. Like, we got.
But I mean it's a conversation to be had. But right now, still
we agree. CJ's having a better rookie year than Trevor Lawrence's rookie year.
Oh, that's not even up for debate.
There you go. All right. We got a start bench cut from Sports PSP. Salute Sports PSP. Yeah. Start bench. Megatron.
We about to hurt some feelings.
This is in order. Like, this is in order. He already had it in order. Start Randy Moss. Cut Megatron. I mean, start Randy Moss. Bench Megatron. Cut Fitzgerald. Easy.
All right, early. If you can tear yourself away from Clay being washed, start Ben cut.
Easily. We're gonna start Megatron. We're actually gonna bench Fitz and we're gonna cut Randy Moss.
Ooh, what?
Why?
Oh my!
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, Randy Moss depended. He depended so much on his athleticism that in the later years, Fitz. Megan never played for the later years, but he was just so amazing. But Fitz, even in later years, was still productive because he could route run. He could get separation. Like, he knew how to find holes. Randy was a fade and he was a fade merchant, dog. Like, and a non-merchant, dog. Like, he was, I'm faster, I'm jump higher than you, throw it up to me.
Oh my.
Like, and although that was amazing, as you can see, it never led to him winning anything. And none of these quarterbacks have won. None of these have won anything.
Hold on, because we're running out of time, so we got to get through everybody. Wiley.
Wow, that's tough. Start. Y'all go hit me for this one. Start Megatron, bench Moss, cut Fitzgerald.
No,
bro. He said Moss rely on his athleticism. That's the same for Megatron, bro. Like
Megatron can actually run routes, move like,
and the same thing for Moss.
I think most people are going to say cut Fitz. Trey, and then me, and then we can talk about
it. Fitz did everything perfect.
It pains me to say this. I'm probably going to say start Randy, bench Megatron, cut Fitz.
All right, so I'm the only one that has a mind. I'm going to start Moss. I'm going to bench Fitz, and I'm cutting that bum, that Matthew Stafford merchant.
Oh man!
Like I'm picking a Detroit Lion player. Get the hell out of here!
Respect.
Wait, hold up. Are you a Bears fan?
Yes.
Through and
through. Okay. That makes more sense.
Oh yeah,
Bears. A friend.
That's their Bears bias.
Never been a Lion, a Packer, or a Viking for nothing. All right. We have 1 minute left. So I got to put this out there because I read this and I thought it was the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. And I think Early brought up Caleb earlier. Whoever drafts him, his people need to give him a ownership stake in.
I don't believe that. I don't.
Me neither. It can't be true. If it's true,
yo,
I got a little. Hey, hold on. I'm
sports. Yo, who the hell he think he is, bro?
That's what I'm saying, dog. If it's true,
like, bro, first of all, bro, like
that's gonna turn me off.
Like, you ain't all of that, bro. You not all of that in the bag of chips, bro. Because that stinker that we saw the other Saturday ago, bro, that was just disgusting, bro. First of all, I don't like how the way he plays football, bro. He plays football wild, uncontrollably. Like when you look at Caleb Williams, bro, he wants to be a Patrick Mahomes wannabe, bro. He wants to sit there and make plays out of nothing, and then when the pocket's collapsing, he wants to run backwards, and then he wants to turn around and make awkward throws. It just, when we're looking at Caleb Williams, ladies and gentlemen, against that sorry Pac-12 defense, he looks really, really good. Against elite level defenses, bro, that can actually get to him, pressure forward, get to him, and rush the quarterback as well. I mean, we saw how he looked. So the fact that he first of all, he already painting his nails. Did y'all see him painting his nails too? I mean, that's
a new young thing though.
Nah. Hold on. You praised that
all
early.
the youngins do it.
Hold on, early. You praised that stuff.
I'm saying they all do it. At this point, it's like
nah, bro. Stop
and
this
it was
nonsense.
said
Stop
it
it.
said FND on it.
Stop
and
it.
That's why he did it.
Stop it. Y'all
I'm an
sat there and
Irish
say,
fan. I know what
they sat there and told me that they see Patrick Mahomes in him. I see Kyler Murray mixed with Deshaun Watson in him, bro. I don't not see no goddamn Patrick Mahomes in him. And you can sit there and say how their mechanics because
I don't think Patrick Mahomes listen
Mookie, hold on, Mookie.
Mahomes and Kyler, Mahomes and
little Yachty, ASAP Rocky, Kid Cudi, Tyler the Creator, and Bad Bunny all paint their nails. Well, you got
and I don't listen to them, bro.
Oh, okay.
Fluent. You bring Trent up. Trent's waiting to be brought up for like 1 second.
Hey, I'm gonna say this too. Caleb Williams, yes, Mahomes and Caleb Williams had mechanic issues coming out of college. But the thing is, Caleb Williams is nowhere near the athleticism of Mahomes.
Bro, all right.
Well.
First off, because I'm jump back real quick. First off, the one whoever say you're taking Megatron or Randy Moss, you need to be hit with an RKO. Second, Mookie, stop talking about Caleb Williams talking about the defense he faced, because you're the same person who hyped up Shador Sanders, and then when he looked up against Oregon, what did he look like? A deer in headlights. So don't talk about Pac-12 defenses when Caleb Williams has been by far since he's been in his college football career the best quarterback in the country. And Mookie,
are you saying Caleb deserves an ownership?
Yeah, of course you're gonna look like the best.
I will say,
of course you're gonna look like the best quarterback in the country when you're whipping up on a Pac-12 defense.
That's insane, Trent.
Now I'm not gonna lie, real quick, because I don't know who he think he is doing.
Hella disrespectful.
He's wilding. You're not that, buddy. You're bugging. He can be one of the best prospects ever. You trying to ownership? Who you think?
But I think doesn't Patrick Mahomes have ownership?
No,
he's trying to.
The only person,
but I think he's the only one who deserves it.
Exactly. If someone is gonna have a stake in the Chiefs, it has to be Mahomes.
Can a player have an ownership stake in an NFL team?
It's not even allowed.
I don't know, but if Patrick Mahomes asked for it, give it to him.
On top of that, Patrick Mahomes is owner of the Kansas City Royals, not the Kansas City Chiefs.
And then also, what's his name? The only person who tried to do that coming out of college was Aaron Rodgers, and that got denied. So Caleb Williams for sure not doing it. You're not getting it, bro.
Who you think he is? He acts like he's the best prospect we ever.
Yeah, he wilding with that.
You know what? Caleb Williams better shut his mouth, because the Bears are going to have the first and second pick, and they're taking him, and he's going to QB.
Yeah. Give me Drake May or Michael.
Bro, you don't watch college football, bro.
Bro, you don't watch college football. That's ridiculous.
No, you don't watch college football.
I looked at the scouting reports.
Yes, MG. Hold on. We should give credit where credit is due. Yes, Aaron Rodgers does have ownership with the Chicago Bears, but it's not a team he plays for. All right, we're overtime. So just final word. Make it quick. I'm just gonna go around the table. Trey.
Hey, make sure y'all like and subscribe. Also go to my little brother's YouTube channel. Subscribe.
It's just the name TR5AT.
Hey Trent, why you didn't send me the link, bro?
I texted.
Follow me on all social media platforms. I am Little Earl, aka Early Cofield, on my TikTok, and also Purdy.
I don't remember seeing an Early Cofield following me on TikTok.
The only thing I gotta say,
brother, you need to get more fluent.
The only thing I gotta say for real, my piece is Mookie, you knew what you was doing last night, and you are disgusted for ducking an hour and 30 of the show. You gonna get it. It's all right though. You gonna get it.
Oh, I had technical difficulties. I'm sorry. Hey, y'all didn't get on J. Rob and Bama for ducking the Lamar Jackson stream. So.
Oh, I did.
Come on, man. Bama's having surgery. Prayers up.
No. It was not around that time. It was not around that time.
Mookie, final word.
Oh yeah. You know what it is. Follow me on Instagram, Reddit Sports Debates. You know what it is, gang. I'm looking forward for my Saints winning tomorrow. If we don't win tomorrow, bro, I'm not enjoying the football season. And I'm looking forward to the Chargers beating the Chiefs Sunday too as well. National television.
I'm sorry, they're not.
The Fighting Irish. Rudy Rudiger. What do you got?
I gotta go. Yeah, that's how I feel about this season right now. Love yourself. Call your mama. Tell her you love her. Because you never know when's the last time you're gonna see her. You know, always find your peace. Always know that someone out there loves you, even if you don't think anyone does.
And Bama just messaged me and said, "Call your mama or he will." All right. Until next week, we out.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.